Understood.
Hello, hello. We are back at it again with some trails through Daybreak II. Happy Friday.
To reclaim what was rightfully
Hope you all are having a
ours.
good one.
The saga
Good morning,
of Ravana,
Archelaus.
The Return of the King. Now playing.
Perfect timing. And also, yes, we have been horsing around all day.
We have merchandise for the movie.
That
on
horse
sale at the
game
shop.
has been a detriment to much of my productivity the past
Why not
day
buy
and a
a
half,
souvenir to remember your
2
visit?
days. It's all blur. It's all horse now. Anyways, how is our audio again? Are we still as good as we were last time where like I lowered everything and we're not like blowing out people's ears?
Thank you for your visit today.
Hopefully. Anyways, yeah.
The showing on screen 2 will soon begin.
I'm kind of expecting us to maybe finish
If
up
you have
all
a
of
ticket,
Edith
please
tonight.
proceed to the entrance.
And wherever that takes us afterwards is anyone's guess. My guess is like some sort of secret crazy dungeon. Yeah, it's okay aside from the announcement. Yeah, the announcement is like really loud.
Robin, the Lady Justice. Now playing at a theater near you. The truth
Alright.
is lurking in the darkness, but I will bring
Something
it
that
to
stands
light.
out of the mist to me in the current lineup is 3.8, right? I think we already heard this guy say this before. It isn't
We
playing
have
at East Spirit, but why
merchandise
not?
for the
Oh
movie
no,
on
this is
sale at
something
the
else.
shop.
I've already committed myself to that this theater.
Why
I'll be
not
damned
buy a
before I
souvenir
flip-flop
to
over to the
remember your
Orbital
visit?
Multiplex.
Indeed.
Good on you, Toki, for being a man of conviction, but do just watch movies. I've long since decided to make this my theater of choice.
Thank you for your visit today.
Yeah, and we did
The showing
fresh
on screen
restart our
2 will
computer
soon begin.
no less than like maybe like 6 or 7 minutes ago. We are like fully
silence your
prepared
phones
and
and enjoy the
hopefully
film.
not going to see a lot of stuttering today like we did Wednesday? It's truly April, time flies. Yes, it sure does. We're already halfway through the year.
My Casablanca.
Also,
It
Maxim
all
and
started
Paulette.
with a simple diary. But could it blossom into
I had to like
something
pause
more?
for a second. It's like these people in Calvard are built different. That's all I'm gonna say.
We have merchandise for the movie on sale at the shop.
Oh hey, it's Paulette and the Champ. I guess
Why
they did
not
say
buy
they
a
were
souvenir
planning
to
to hit the
remember
movie
your
theater
visit?
today. Wow, now that was intense. What did you think, Paulette? I doubt it's your usual choice of genre. You're right. Yume is still too young to bring along for something like Saga Ravana. Still, it was
Thank you
definitely a
for your
novel
visit
experience. Thank you for inviting me. I'm just glad you didn't hate it.
The showing on screen
You
1
raised a
will
good point,
soon
though.
begin.
Maybe next time we can take Yume to watch a kids movie together. She'd love that,
Please
I'm sure.
silence your phones
I've
and
noticed
enjoy
she
the
really
film.
warmed up to you a lot lately. I'm honored to hear it. VTubers been dropping like flies. Have there been like graduations recently? I think I did see a post
Robin,
about
the Lady Justice. Now playing
yeah,
at a
didn't you
theater
post
near you.
something about like
The truth is
Zen
lurking in the
Lu
darkness,
leaving her
but
org?
I will bring it to
But
light.
I don't know if that's considered a graduation because she's still going to be doing her own thing, right? By the way, Paulette,
We have
is it still
merchandise
too
for the
early to
movie
tell
on
her
sale
the
at the
truth
shop.
about you and me? I mean, I've been pondering that myself, actually.
Why not buy a souvenir to
After
remember
seeing
your
how much
visit?
you've grown, I figure it might be all right to come clean to Yume. Paulette. That being said, I don't think this is our choice alone to make. My dad has been under no end of stress since the day I left you. Plus, I'm still not convinced that
Thank
knowing
you
the
for
whole
your
story
visit
is really
today.
what's best for Yume. Don't worry, I get it.
The showing
Didn't mean
on
to
screen
jump the
2
gun
will
there.
soon begin.
Besides, the old father-in-law doesn't exactly approve of me yet.
Please silence your phones
I'll get back.
and enjoy the film.
I'll get back to the drawing board and figure out how to make things right.
Maxim, Miss Paulette appears to be taking things positively, if only just.
It's not an easy problem to mend. Looks like they're doing a
We
decent job of
embarked
it,
on a
though.
journey to
Kinda
reclaim
ticks me
what was
off,
rightfully
actually. I miss when he was just a two-bit
Saga of
sleazebag with
Ravana,
4
The
wheels.
Return of the King.
Can't say
Now
this sits
playing.
well with me, but we'll just have to hang back and see what they make of it. It will have to
We
prosper,
have merchandise for the movie on sale at the
unfortunately.
shop.
Oh hey, didn't realize you guys were here. Random
Why not
question.
buy a
You
souvenir
didn't
to
catch what we
remember
were
your
talking about
visit?
right now, did you? Actually, forget I asked. Wouldn't be right to lean on you for advice. I've got to figure out how to make things work with Paulette, Yume, and Victor myself. We'll be rooting for you in the shadows, champ.
Thank you
hello,
for
everyone.
your visit today.
Maxim and I just finished watching a movie. We were about to make our way over to the school
The
festival.
showing on screen 1 will soon
Yume
begin.
must be having the time of her life right now. I'll have to ask her all about it once we meet
Please
up.
silence your phones and enjoy the film.
If I were working as the concierge, I'm still Apocalypse Hotel brained. If I were working as the attendant, receptionist, there we go,
We
I
embarked
would
on a
be
journey
very
to reclaim
weak
what
at
was
how
rightfully
often this
ours.
intercom is going off.
The Saga of Ravana, The Return of the King. Now playing.
Also, a lot of high-profile people here. Like, what are these two doing here? Brother and sister?
We have merchandise for the movie on sale at the
Sorry
shop.
for dragging you along with me. Watching a movie with your sister isn't so bad once in a while, though, is it?
Why not buy a souvenir
I guess
to
not.
remember
This
your
isn't
visit?
the sort of place I come to unless people invite me, so it's a nice change of pace. I gotta run soon, but can we stop by and see Uncle Charles while we're in the area? Sure, why not? Uncle Charles? You don't suppose they mean the owner of Macmillan Cafe? Oh?
Thank you for your visit today.
These two do have the same last name. Never realized they were actually related, though.
The showing on screen 2 will soon begin.
Oh, wait. Is Van implying that for, like, the Macmillan Cafe, or
If
them?
you have a ticket, please proceed to the entrance.
Feel kind of guilty running off to enjoy a movie after everything I did. Still, keeping my emotions in check is part of my job. Maybe Kayla made the right call here. Don't tell me he remembers.
We
Forget
embarked
it.
on a
I'll just
journey
let this one go.
to reclaim what was rightfully ours. The
Oh,
Saga of Ravana.
you're here to watch a
The
movie
Return
as
of the
well.
King. Now
If you're having
playing.
trouble deciding, Cody and I rather enjoyed the Saga of Ravana just now. Huh. Didn't see that one coming.
We have
I'd have
merchandise
pegged
for the
you
movie
as
on sale
Rob
at
and
the
the Lady
shop.
of Justice kind of gal. You gotta separate work from
Why not
entertainment
buy a souvenir
sometimes.
to remember your visit?
You wouldn't be wrong necessarily, but today I felt like decompressing with something more action-packed, that's all. Did we watch our movies and boost up our stats? We gotta watch a movie with Aaron.
Welcome.
We can catch 3 movies?
Thank you for your visit today.
What if we watch My Casablanca? Oh, we can't watch this, Aaron.
The
Damn.
showing on screen 2 will soon begin.
Saga of Ravana? Did I take Saga Aaron
If
to
you have
Saga
a
of
ticket,
Ravana?
please proceed to the entrance.
Wait, who else can we take? Aaron, and we'll probably hang out with Ren.
Welcome.
With Ren a bunch. Saw the movie before with Aaron. Could be nice if
My
we saw it again. No.
Casablanca. It all started with a simple diary.
How about Robin?
But could it blossom into
We
something
can't take
more?
Ren to Robin, though. Hey, it's okay. Firework just
We have
went off.
merchandise for the movie on sale at the shop.
He is shaking like crazy.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Maybe I should put him in the bathroom. It's kind of early in the night. No, I think he just wants to be up here.
Thank
Hold
you
on.
for your visit today. The showing on screen 2 will soon begin.
Nope. Nope, he's good.
Please silence your phones and enjoy the film.
Damn, we can't watch a single movie here that, like, works in our favor. We're going to the other cinema. Can we go see it? We can.
Let's roll, gang.
Is there anyone worth talking to in Treon Cinema? Oh, hey, Mirabelle and Qasim are watching a movie together? Are they a
Thank you
thing,
for your
or is this
visit
just
today.
like vibes?
The showing on screen 2 will
Again,
soon
I
begin.
really like Qasim's casual wear. I mean, it's nowhere
If you
what
have
I'd
a
call
ticket,
casual,
please
but
proceed
like,
to the entrance.
because like, who needs that many belts, man? But he's kind of got drip when he's not in his like usual like battle suit.
Okay.
3-point heat. Now playing at a theater near you. Take wing and soar above the court.
My mom said she was going to the
Blaze a
bathroom,
trail
but I
for
think she
those
ran
who
away.
follow.
What does she have against seeing Sharkferno? Movies
We
have to be fun.
merchandise
It's
for the
true.
movie on sale at the shop.
Fun or interesting?
Movie was kick-ass.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember
Then
your visit?
Hannah Aramis has got a festival going on. Sounds like fun. Alright, what's going on with these two? Oh, it's you. Well, hey, fancy running into you all right
Thank you
when
for
our
your
movie
visit
finished
today.
up. You don't say. Wait a sec, by we you
The
mean the
showing
two
on
of
screen
you?
1 will soon begin.
Correct. I promised I would take her here sometime.
Please
I promised
silence
I
your
would take
phones
her
and enjoy
sometime,
the
but
film.
given how busy we've been, scheduling this outing proved to be a challenge.
You can say that again. We had to put it on the back burner because of the whole Marhian Garden fiasco. Then Qasim took on that case 3 weeks ago, which turned into a whole crisis management whirlwind.
And of how a
But today
young
was
band
nice
of
and mellow
soldiers
enough for him
managed
to finally make good
survive
on his promise, and now we're headed to the
100
festival.
days. Now
I never
play.
realized you two were so close. Well, it sounds like your break was well deserved.
We have merchandise for the movie
Do I know
on
what
sale at
time
the
it
shop.
is? 8:30. And also, it's time for the URA
Why
finale.
not buy a souvenir to
Hop
remember
on.
your visit?
As soon as I said that, I saw you launch Uma.
Guess we'll be seeing the two at the festival then.
Of course.
The movie was nice, sure, but I've been counting down the day till the festival for ages now. Catch y'all there. Right,
Thank
we'll
you
be
for
waiting
your
for
visit
you.
today.
So, do you think the two of them are an item?
The showing
Hard
on
to say.
screen 2 will soon begin.
This is the strongest ever. Sure knows how to get around. Not that I'm gonna talk.
Please silence your phones and enjoy the film.
Mirabelle is quite the catch. And so is Qasim. Something about, like, the facial scar, you know?
Seek out never-before-seen treasures as the curtain unfolds on an
The movie was
all-new
nice,
adventure.
but this fun train
The
ride,
Adventures of
train's ready to
Rockford,
chug on over to the
Golden
festival.
Calamity. In
Y'all are
theaters
probably
now.
swamped right now, so we'll catch up with you there, okay?
You appear to have something on the tip of
We
your
have
tongue.
merchandise for the
I have my
movie on sale
suspicions
at the
as to
shop.
what. But setting that aside for now, Mirabelle informed me of the
Why
Martin
not buy
Garden
a souvenir to
situation.
remember your visit?
Though it falls outside the scope of my duties, I am confident the rest of you are capable of handling it yourselves. Movie time!
Step.
Thank you for your visit today.
Aaron. Not Ren.
The
Aaron
showing on
Ren.
screen 1 will soon begin.
Oh, but we already watched 1,000 Day War with Ren.
Please
Or 100
silence
Day
your
War.
phones and enjoy the film.
Golden Calamity with Aaron and Ren?
Gotta admit, Judith really owns those lead action movie roles. If she keeps it up, she'll put every stunt woman in Calvard out of work. That's what I like about you, Aaron. You don't dish compliments that often, but when you do, it's always genuine. Shut the hell up. You're spewing some serious bullshit. My only complaint is that she wasn't showing all that much skin. Shame Cody wasn't the director on this one.
That's your coworker, Aaron.
Most films don't have scandal cat characters unless they're goatees. Also, you might want to watch your mouth. That's your coworker you're talking about.
In my opinion, golden jewels aren't the only thing that qualify as treasures. What some people see as trash may very well hold special value to someone else.
True that. It's like how I treasure my custom truck mods, but no one around gets me. And they don't give me the time of day when I try to explain it. Ugh.
That's not to say it's limited to the superficial. Warm kindness and fond memories are also irreplaceable treasures. It's those intangible things that are most precious to me.
I getcha. I'm actually kind of relieved to hear you say that.
I wonder what it is you treasure most, Van.
Having finished their break, Van and his crew resumed their work.
So we have to take Ren to 3 movies. But I don't think she has 3 movies. I think she only has 2. Do I have a card for her?
Opening planner.
Probably not.
Thank you for your
Step
visit
right-
today. The showing on screen 1 will soon begin.
I don't think there's anyone else that's really, like, necessarily close. Oh, but we have one more connection event.
Opening planner.
That'll be enough to finish on yes. We'll probably end up committing to on yes, then. Yeah.
Please please silence your phones and enjoy the film.
What's a cool movie we can go watch with her? 100 Days? And... what if I take Agnes and
Story
Elaine?
of blood-stained Earth.
That combo
And of
sounds
how
kind
a
of...
young band of soldiers managed.
Let's see. Van decided to let everyone loose so he could watch a movie during his work break. Yep. The usual. I know some people avoid war movies due to the heavy subject matter, but there's value in being able to relive events that you never knew or were... wait. Yeah, you never knew about or were before your time. Well said. These films help keep the stories of soldiers and war heroes alive. Also gotta give credit to the war correspondents and photographers for going to the front lines to record all that happened. That's very true. Just like what Dingo did. If I ever go to Liberl, I'd like to visit some of the war memorials and think back on what it must have been like. Colonel Cassius. Actually, he's a general now, is he not? Though I still can't help but think of him as one of my seniors in the guild. He was the commander of the Liberian Royal Army. One of the few bracers to reach S rank. Curious, have you met him? Not yet, unfortunately. Even though he retired after the 100-Day War and took up the Bracers Gauntlet, he rejoined the military around 7 years ago. I hope I can meet him someday. There is much I can learn from him. Yeah, no fun interaction between taking the two of them together. And then one more movie.
Step right.
Shoot, you know what? I probably could have also finished off Fairy too, but we don't really use Fairy enough for that to feel like something I want to do.
Right.
Thank you for your visit today. The showing on screen 2 will soon
Have we
begin.
taken... No, we can't take Shizuna to 100 Days, can we? Oh, we can.
If you have a ticket, please proceed to the entrance.
Shizuna and... Reset? Dan decided to let everyone loose. Same old, same old. We want to teach everyone about Liberl. As big Liberl heads. In an ideal world, war would never happen. Yet despite that, war is what allows Marduk to generate unparalleled profits. It's no wonder people call us merchants of death. Yeah, it isn't a pleasant business to deal in. Pointing that out won't make the problem go away either. As long as war, famine, and economic decline exist, so will the people who try to profit off of it. Though there are economic and technological advancements that come from all that. That's certainly true, and one such technological advancement was this body. I am fully aware that talking through this won't fix the situation, but I thank you for indulging me all the same, Mr. Arkwright. This film totally played into the public perception of Cassius Bright as the Royal Army's master strategist. There was almost nothing in there about him being a divine blade of the 8 Leaf School. Right. Random question. Can all you divine blade people use that unclouded eye thing? Actually, I think you can only learn it without being a divine blade, but only those that have attained enlightenment can inherit that title. And those that do so are in tune with all of nature. They can see through the raw essence of things. I guess that's his ace in the hole. Definitely explains why his skills as a commander were off the charts. Oh, great. Now I'm picturing you as a commander of an army. That's a terrifying thought. Oh, now there's an idea. Except I've never had any interest in being a commander. Then again, it might give me some opportunities to come head-to-head with some tough opponents. Wait, we didn't need to bring Reset. She was already maxed out. I forgot. It is what it is. You know what? I might like Stardust Cinema more than the other one. If only because they don't have an intercom that's blaring in your ear.
Thank you for your visit today.
I take it back. I take it all back.
Screen 1 will soon begin.
Anyways, let's make it save here and do the rest of the connection events we haven't done.
Opening planner.
We'll jump back. Honestly, the timing
planner.
on that cinema thing was like scripted as hell. So yeah, I think end of the day, we're probably gonna stick with Agnes just because it's gonna get her to 4. But I'm curious to see what everyone's story is. Like, ranking these ones going forward, I feel like it's got to be probably like Agnes's seems interesting. Shizuna's seems cool too. Judith's is always like pretty funny. And then I think I could probably like tie Elaine, Swin, and Nadia and Fairies together. So we'll start with probably with Fairy, since she's probably the one I'm least interested in as far as like descriptions are concerned. Yeah, Agnes is a must. Others you can save and load. Yeah, we'll probably do Agnes's one at the very end then. Ben parted ways with his companion for a short while. He then called out to Fairy to ask about the mission she was about to set out for. Oh, I think I heard another firework go off. Long story short, I'm concerned for you. Are you sure you can handle whatever job it is the Kruger are sending you on?
Sorry to worry you so much, Van. I was actually waffling on whether or not to tell you, but I guess this kind of makes a choice for me. Here, this is my assignment.
Deeds are fruit. I don't think I recognize him.
No, what do you mean I recognize him? He was the guy who was kidnapping, Easterners. His name is Davin, a bad actor known for being a criminal consultant. Oh wait, is this the same guy? He helps crooks draft out schemes in exchange for Mira, leaving no trail in the process.
Sounds pretty similar to the Oathbreaker shady practices.
Yeah, I think this guy is way lower on the food chain than him, though. A few weeks ago, he fed information to the Kruger and made a request of them. The task was to subdue a twisted group of brokers from the west half of Zemuria who kidnapped and trafficked war orphans. No self-respecting warrior could ignore info like that, assuming it was true anyways.
Hold on. I'm gonna pick up my dog. Come here. Come here. I wonder if he'd feel better in the closet. Not animal abuse. I am not stuffing my dog in a closet. Except I kind of am. Okay, yeah, he doesn't want to go in there. I'm not going to put him in there. Wah! He's up here with me now. He's up here with me now. Get your meeting. This is all just a ruse, huh?
When Abi arrived with his men and scoped out the area, the targets were the complete opposite of what they expected. It was actually a group of NGO personnel providing support and shelter to war orphans. Around the same time, they learned that Davin's real goal was to make a business of trading and selling off child soldiers.
That sounds kind of big. So he wanted to manipulate your tribe into getting rid of an organization that was posing a threat to his enterprise. Gutsy move. Takes a real pair of brass ones to try and screw with Grugov, of course.
My people strictly prohibit the killing of unarmed civilians, even in combat zones. Abusing our pride as warriors and pitting us against our vows is a deed worth 1,000 deaths. They left the responsibility of sorting out the issues on my shoulders.
Sorting out, huh? That's one way to spin it. Let me guess, this has something to do with your coming of age on your last birthday. In order to become a real Kruger warrior, you have to take this man's life.
Oh, you knew about that. Yeah, we Kruger are treated as adults from 14 onward.
I looked into some of your people's traditions while training under your brother. So I also know that all adult warriors have to go through a rite of passage.
They do. That's probably what this mission is supposed to be. I guess it's finally time for me to grab the knife you held in my place way back when.
Fair enough.
You really don't need to worry. Abi gave me all the intel I need on the target. I wouldn't want to keep you from enjoying the festival.
Fairy, let's go kill that man together. Yellow, how you doing, trainer? And also Persona 5X. I don't know the name for it. Persona 5X. Persona? little too late for that. Do you play as Joker, though? Or are you like another Joker? This doesn't have any of the same overtones as what happened with Ida. He's joking it! But I was the one who took the liberty of stepping in back then, so I can't say it's got nothing to do with me. Plus, as your boss at Arkwright Solutions and current guardian, you got a responsibility to your dad and Ida to look out for you. So I'm taking it upon myself to see you through this. Whether you like it or not, it wouldn't sit right with me otherwise.
Man. Okay then. Things will go smoother with your help anyways. Let's go, Van. I've got a duty as a warrior to fulfill.
Oh my god, I can perceive this. How you doing, Sky? Yeah, like I was saying, you caught up to me. We're both gonna finish this next week, probably. I'm aiming to try and finish this next week. Also, how was gosh. You were playing what's the name of that game? Power World? Right? Using the intel Hassan had provided to her, Fairy started gathering more thorough details about Davin. Though through Van's connections, they managed to determine the location of his various bases of operation around the capital. Eventually, the time came for them to chase him down. Yeah, another Crab's Treasure too, yeah. Eventually, the time came for them to chase him down. Yeah, I know you didn't stream your perspective, but I did see you in a couple of those collab streams.
Shit. Why won't any of my flunkies pick up? Did the other bases already get wiped out? It took almost no time at all for the lid to get blown off our entire operation. Maybe the crew got finally shifted into high gear? No, this can't be anything bigger than a recon squad. Fine by me. I can pick them off, then make a break for it before their main unit arrives.
Oh, we about to jump this fool.
Ugh, a dead end. Still, this should be far enough to give me some breathing room.
Oh man, those fireworks are really going off. Okay, let me let my dog go down. Scared half to death.
Wrong. This is the end of the line.
Oh, that's Fairy.
Davin and criminal consultant. I knew you'd come here to lay low.
Who the hell are you? Wait, those clothes.
Have fun with the cleanup. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping by, always. Yeah, it's probably like super late now. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by.
You're telling me my subordinates let our bases get obliterated by a little girl? But not just any little girl.
That's right. I'm a Kruger warrior, and you're out of escape routes. Better make your peace.
Bless. Remember to like and subscribe. Please and thank you.
Hold your horses,
Horses are being held. I'm 30 hours into Umumusame.
Hold your horses, low lady. I wasn't thinking straight. It was never my intention to soil your people's honor, I swear. So please.
Oh, who's that? Oh, are they sending a ferry?
Die already and leave me be.
Damn, so what happens if Van doesn't show up? Imagine like not doing this this connection event and just for some reason Fairy is not around next chapter.
Huh? Made it with time to spare. Nice one, Farida. Your read on this being a sniper's nest was spot on.
Thanks, Van. I owe you one.
Oh, sweet mother of Idios! Stop! Listen, little lady. I have a sick mother back home, so have a heart and let me go, will ya? Just don't kill me. I'm begging ya.
The flames of judgment will cleanse the soul of the wicked. That is the law passed down through our tribe.
Man, how nasty would it be if we actually did watch Fairy just kill this guy?
I'm still alive?
Ending your life here would be letting you off easy. Your criminal consultations have probably built up a seeding network spreading in every direction. I can't say I've truly fulfilled my duty as a warrior until it's all been burnt down to cinders. That makes you more valuable as fuel for the fire. If we throw you in the right place, your flames will smoke out the others crawling around in the dark.
Okay, Fairy? That line kind of go hard from her.
No. You aren't thinking of handing me into the CID, are you? Let's not be hasty. At least get me to the guild or the police. If I expose my connections, I'll be a dead man walking.
By ratting out your friends and colleagues, you'll earn their spite and lose your place in the underworld forever. But that's a fate you brought on yourself. You and the countless evils you've committed. There's no getting away. Your only hope is to pray. Pray to the flames and Arusha for forgiveness.
Ew, that's a wrap.
Afterwards, Van contacted 2nd Lieutenant Kayla and turned Davin over to the CID. Alright, Renee, have your go.
Not once did I think anyone would make such a clean sweep of bringing the criminal consultant to justice. You may be young for a Kruga, but actually, why don't I say you did an amazing job and leave it at that? Just following orders is all. Can we count on you to handle the rest? You certainly can. We'll milk his connections for every last drop of intel they're worth.
It's all over. I never should have gotten mixed up with the Kruga.
Even if I didn't catch you, someone else would have sooner or later. Own up to your sins and atone like you mean it, and the warriors of Kruga might turn a blind eye on you. I know that stuff about your Umi being sick was probably a lie. But take good care of her, okay? Once you make amends and return her home, I mean.
Huh? You saw through that story about my mother? Then why bother showing me any mercy at all? Doesn't make any damn sense.
Always full of surprises, ain't ya? You pulled that off with flying colors. That would teach me to doubt your abilities. I'm glad you found a path that worked for you. One where being a warrior isn't about raining judgment down.
It wouldn't have happened without your help, gathering intel. Ever since I was little, I was taught that being a warrior meant purging evil where it stood, and I never questioned that. But then, last year, after everything that happened with Ida and me coming into Arkwright Solutions, I overcame a lot of difficult challenges. I had to face up to the possibility of another me who never had that, and I wondered if I was betraying my duty. But the more I thought it over, the more I realized that there is more than just one answer. And I wanted to prove it somehow. This rite of passage gave me a chance to show that I was able to find my own answer. I don't know what Abi and Qasim will think about it once they hear the details, though.
Hey, when it comes down to it, you still stuck to your tribe's code, right? Doubt anyone can give you a hard time over that. One thing's for sure, though. You've come a long way since you first started working for me. Good job, Farida. I mean it.
Man, all the time I spent with you and the rest of the team really paid off. I can't thank you enough for that. By the way, I hate to put you out even further, but can I make one more selfish request?
Depends. What's on your mind? What could she be asking for?
Whenever a warrior completes their rite of passage, they go through what we call the adornment ceremony.
Oh, so are we doing the adorning for her because she sees us as like her mentor? That's sweet.
Traditionally, a trusted family member or friend is supposed to help put it on.
I don't mind if it's my boss, though.
I was originally going to ask Ida, but, you know.
Heard about this. It's sacred. It's a once-in-a-lifetime ritual. But I'm not even a Jaeger, let alone a warrior. Sure it's okay for me to take part?
Sure, I'm sure, Van. I'd really like it if you could see me off on my journey into adulthood.
Well, can't say no to that. It's a big responsibility, but I'll try to do it justice. Farida Al-Fayed, thou child of flames, may they walk with pride upon the path till thy embers burn their last.
On the honor of my people, Arusha's chosen, do I make this vow. It's a little tickly. How do I look?
Like you were born to wear it. Gotta admit though, I'm a little scared your dad's gonna want a word with me when he finds out I helped you come of age. phrasing is crazy.
Huh? Why would Albie care?
No reason. That's a topic for when you're further down the road.
If you say so. I already know I have a lot of ground to cover. So in the meantime, I'm gonna learn what I can by sticking with you. I promise to give it all I've got for everyone who's helped me grow as a person.
Of course. I'm glad to have you, Farida.
Van and Fairy shared in pleasant conversation for a while longer before heading back up to join up with the rest of their friends.
I still have a lot to figure out.
Okay, I
but
actually did
right
like that.
now, I'm proud of where I am. And until I've decided what path to follow, I'm gonna stay right by your side, Van. I want to learn as much as I can from you.
I kind of wasn't like expecting too much, to be honest, but that's like a really good connection event with her. So far, Falcom has not failed a single one of these. But we are loading back.
Opening planner.
Kondo, when I get my hands on you. Okay, next. I'm sure Judith's is gonna be pretty silly. Leaving the festival with a rather detailed excuse, Judith headed out to get some Grimcat field work. Or do some Grimcat field work. However, shortly after her departure, Van received a desperate call.
What the heck was so urgent that she needed me to come all the way out here?
Hey, Van, this way.
Need a picture of her behind the trash cans. For the bit.
What the hell are you doing? Thought you were done with work. Why are you still in your Grimcat getup? Seriously, I wouldn't be surprised if there were rumors about some mass perv in the area already.
If I could change, I would. It's just... I can't transform back.
If your Grimcat transformation lasts for more than 4 hours, consult a doctor immediately. What? During the festival, Judith had managed to get a lead on a cadre of pickup artists that had been causing no end of grief to young women. Not wanting to miss her opportunity, she managed to steal a critical piece of evidence and deliver it to the police. Haku, is that you behind the... Yo, wait! Yo, her Akurika! She formed the pact. She cannot get the mask off. She too has a... What are they called again? However, upon finishing her work, she came to realize that the Grimcat transformation could only be partially undone. Does she have to get the mask on? Huh.
Well, at least we were able to get you a bathrobe to cover up a little bit. It kind of just made you look like
More of a bigger pervert. You just said Akura. Because the Akurika is a mask, right? Is the Akura like the big creature? Sometimes when I'm like not playing the game, my knowledge of the game declines rapidly. But like once I hop back in, it's like it's all there again. Yo, Judith kind of out here looking like she's gonna be like flashing people.
No, it doesn't. But thanks for helping out, I guess. Now I can finally relax a little. I just wish I knew how to change back.
Man, this is gonna be a real pain. Patrol cars have been keeping a pretty sharp eye on the area recently, so just having some creep like you in the car is a big risk.
Well, excuse me for existing. Please, Van, you've got to help me out here. We talked about this before, remember? We both turned into some strange-looking creatures, so we should have each other's backs.
Well, I don't think my transformation's quite on par with yours. But don't worry, I'm not about to leave you high and dry. Just so you're aware, though, I'm not exactly the premier scholar on your whole magic changing thing. Unless you're willing to fill me in on some of the details, I doubt I'll be of much help.
You have a point, but don't you know don't you know there are secrets a thief should never reveal?
I'm assuming it's nothing like with what happens with Mare and me. Doesn't really seem like Aaron's whole tyrant situation either. So if it's not a hollow and it's not some spirit reincarnation thing, it's probably just some kind of family heirloom deal. Is that right?
You know, I can't tell whether you're a genius or just a real pain in the neck. Well, whatever. No sense in hiding it if you already figured it out.
We gotta go to Gam Gam?
So that's it, huh?
Is that like a, does she have a little mirror that transforms her? A compact, that's what they're called. Yes, this compact is what triggers my transformation. Gammy gave it to me when she thought I was ready to take on the responsibility. She told me all about our family duty as Grimcat back then. As long as this thing remains in our possession, Grimcat will always be there to save the day.
Okay, so do you know how it actually works? That device is what helps you transform. Maybe it just bugged out or something. Hold on. You've been using this thing for how long and you don't even know how it works?
Well, why would I need to? I've been fine up until now. Stuff like this never happened to Mom or Gammy. Grammy? Why did I read that as Gammy? The R kind of merges into the A in my eyes.
Fine. Guess we'll just have to ask someone else for help.
My best bet might just be my Grammy then. Oh no. Wait. My best bet might be Grammy then. Oh no, I'm gonna get chewed out for this, aren't I?
Sounds like you better get ready for a butt whooping.
Oh, get real. She'd never... Well, actually, she just might. Damn it. Guess I should give her a call.
So the two agreed to talk with Judith's grandmother. However, due to an inability to get in contact, they decided to meet her where she She decided to meet her where they were most likely to be. Also, hello. We are back. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good one. We are Side Story Gaming, and Judith is out here looking like a flasher.
Oh, good grief. She wasn't in the hotel room either? I only told you to pull off the highway because I thought she'd be here.
You can tell the front desk staff, though. You could tell the front desk staff thought we were fishy, too. Man, this has turned into way more of a mess than I thought it'd be. Well, at least your grandma stands out in the crowd. There must be someone here, someone around here who knows where she went.
Let me maybe drink some water and it'll like free up my brain. We're a little scatterbrained when we're reading right now. Alright. If it isn't Van, what are you doing? Is that gonna be Goaty? They've been hanging out, right? I feel like it's gonna be Goaty.
If it isn't Van, what are you doing over here? And isn't that?
Nice. Crap, of all people.
Oh, hey. Thought you two were still enjoying the festival.
And Mr. Goaty forgot his notebook in the hotel room, so we came back to pick it up.
All those passionate youths. It was filling me to the brim with inspiration. Anyways, what are you doing at a hotel in the middle of the day? Having a secret rendezvous? Actually, why is that lady of yours wearing a mask? And that brightly colored hair? Why does it look so familiar? Shit.
You really shouldn't pry into their private affairs, Mr. Goaty. She might be one of Van's clients.
Oh, hold on, I'm getting a phone call? Who's calling me right now?
That was funny. I got a phone call just now. They were like, "You have my phone." And I was like, "Wait, what?" what are you talking about? They started speaking to me and I was like, excuse me, but like, is this the number? And I like gave them my phone number and they're like, yeah, that's the number. And I'm like, what's going on? And then I guess after they grabbed the person's like, who was actually like missing their phone. It wasn't actually a scam. It was kind of funny. And I was like, okay, is this your number? And I read out my number to them. And they were like, no, it's like this number. Like, and they got a number wrong. And then like, we kind of just had a little laugh. Yeah, it was pretty real. I felt it. But yeah, then we just like, I was like, oh yeah, like have a good one. It's like, thanks. And they were like, sorry. And then like, that was that. Good times.
You really shouldn't be prying into their private affairs, Mr. Goody. She might just be one of Van's clients. That's right. I'm afraid my position prevents me from revealing my true identity, so as unseemly as it is, I had to disguise myself like this before requesting help.
I feel like Judith should not be talking. As like a film director has probably cast her in like plenty of roles at this point, you would 100% clock her voice. Yeah, should have made a joke commercial of it, offering some random service. I could have. I think there was a bit of me that felt like it was just something that would happen to me. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll just, we'll try to be as expeditious as possible to help them like get their situation sorted.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's really got no clue how the world works. Poor thing didn't realize she'd stand out so much dressing like that.
Hey, watch your mouth, bub.
I see. Well, that's Van for you. You sure do take all kinds under your wing, huh? But, my young lady, looks like you've got a nice figure under that bathrobe. In fact, you're probably about the same size as Judith. What would you say to being in my next...
There he goes again. We'd actually better get going, Mr. Goody. Talk to you later, Van.
Before I forget, you haven't seen Dominique around, have you? I had a few things I wanted to run by her.
Miss Lanster. Maybe you could try the Treon Mall? I think I overheard something about her having a meeting there today. Really? I mean, is that so?
Thanks, Nina. See you two back at the festival.
Phew. I got out that one by the skin of my teeth. At least we got a lead, though.
Yeah, thanks to Goddess for Nina.
Are you telling me that like Dominique doesn't have a phone though? We can't just like ring her up?
Anyways, let's head on over to Treon Mall.
I feel like she'd have a T-phone at this point.
Good. Make sure you keep at it. Don't forget to do an acoustics check.
Understood.
You're here. Oh, Grammy. Oh, Grammy.
Oh, she's looking like a freak.
I'm so glad we found... Oh, crap. Nobody look at me. Good goddess. What in the hell were you thinking? Look, I'm sorry, Grammy, really.
Doesn't it sound like there's a problem with the device itself? You can fix it, right? I mean, surely Judith can't be stuck like this forever.
Don't even joke about that. There's no way that happened, right, Grammy? Well, we're certainly not going to get anywhere with you throwing a fit about. Hand it over and I'll have it fixed in a jiffy.
I wonder how they built this, or who built it, or how it works. Is it magic?
After a brief assessment, Dominique took to skillfully repairing the compact with a few precision tools she had on her person. And in only a matter of moments, the issue was resolved.
Revert. We did it. I'm normal again.
Told you it'd all work out.
You've really got to start learning how to handle these things yourself, Judith. Anyways, I've optimized the compact for you. There shouldn't be any issues for a while. Which leads me to ask, when was the last time you did any maintenance on the thing? I told you to always make sure it stays in working condition. You should be checking on it every day. Honestly, Judith, that compact's a tool, not a toy. You should be treating it with the respect it deserves. She's this old and I still have to give her a butt whooping. Anything but that. Listen, I know I screwed up. I'll do better.
Hard to believe the trigger for your transformation is just some little orbital device. I'm guessing it's the same one the first Grimcat used.
That's right. I inherited it myself over 50 years ago.
Damn, 50 years old and it's pulling off stuff like this.
For more than half a century, it's been our family's great honor to not only safeguard the secret of the Grimcat, but to use its power for good. Never had someone so reckless about the job as this one, though. Hey, I try to be careful. I just had a run of bad luck is all. Well, I'll admit, that gung-ho attitude of yours is probably what led you to taking down so many evildoers. You got Chloe and I beat there, at least. But I imagine it's also what led you to attacking Mr. Arkwright and Tharbad. Isn't that right? How did you know about that?
Now that I think about it, and yes, did say something about her Genesis reacting that night. That compact of theirs. I have a feeling it's all connected somehow.
Oh. The secret 9th Genesis?
Sounds like this thing came into play right around the Orbital Revolution, too. Might be something to consider in the future.
Anyways, I really appreciate all your help today, Van.
Wait. What does Judith have under there? Because, like, she's always transformed back in her clothes, right? It doesn't look like she's wearing anything underneath the bathrobe.
You have my thanks as well. I'm sorry my granddaughter keeps causing you so much trouble. I certainly never planned on anyone else learning about our heirloom here, but I think the secret's safe in your hands.
I mean, all I did was drive her around some. I'm glad I could help. And don't worry about me spilling your secret. My lips are sealed.
That's what I'd like to hear. Well, I suppose I better be off. Keep an eye on this one for me, Spriggan. Grammy.
Sheesh, really starting to feel like one of the family.
Well, it's not all that surprising. You've really done a lot for us. Whether I'm Judith the actress or Grimcat the Phantom Thief, I'm grateful you are always there to help to lend me a hand.
Wow, actually sounded pretty sincere. You sure you didn't catch a cold or something?
Of course I didn't. Look, I get that it's a little unusual coming from me, but I never really had the chance to thank you for everything. Especially because you've given me the perfect chance to fulfill my duty as Grimcat. Seriously, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I'm sure you still have plenty of adventures to come. We'll be right here to back you up when you need it.
Yeah, us moonlighting do-gooders gotta stick together, right? I'm excited to see where the future takes us. I guess we ought to get... Grammy! I realized I forgot something. I can't just let you off the hook for your negligence after all. I think a few wallopes will set you on the right track, don't you think? In fact, maybe I'll even call up Chloe to get in a few hits. Cut me some slack, Grammy. Hey, didn't you just say something about backing me up, Van?
Sorry, but you're on your own for this one. Here's hoping it's a valuable learning experience.
How can you leave me like this, you cold-hearted brute?
Get beat. Familial trauma.
And with that, Van left Judith to deal with Dominique's disciplining. She caught up with them eventually, albeit looking a little worse for wear.
You know, it just hit me that we have a lot in common. Wait, don't take that the wrong way. I just mean it's uncanny that we both have these secret sides to ourselves. We're like confidants or something.
Confidants mention? Persona 5? That's what they're called in Persona 5, right? Anyways, yeah, that was silly. I liked that one. That one was fun. Probably like the funnier of the Judith connection events that we've played.
Opening planner.
Okay, next. It is definitely between these two. Some sort of challenge letter from Swin and Nadia. Challenge letter sounds like it's gonna be nothing. Van parted ways with his companion for a bit. He then reached out to Swin and Nadia, who had asked him to meet at the Arkwright Solutions office.
Well met, Van Arkwright, Spriggan Extraordinaire. To commemorate our final days in this glorious capital, we do hereby challenge thee to a duel over the title of True Spriggan.
Translation, please? Actually, she pretty much just covered it.
Come on, play along. This could be our last chance.
Here we go. Alright, I'll bite. So, explain this duel over the title of True Spriggan business. Well, that part was her being dramatic.
Remember when you made us substitute Spriggans right after we came to Edith? It's been a wild ride since then, and I mean wild. Now here we are with everything we asked for and more.
We don't want to set a bad example for Lapis or our boss by taking advantage of your hospitality, though. So we felt the need to prove ourselves, and who better to do it against than you, Van?
Spriggans does pretty close to our usual work already, so 4 Spriggan showdowns sound like a good way to settle things. And if we should vanquish thee, perchance we could lay claim to thy reputation as well?
Don't push your luck, but I get where you're coming from. You two deserve a little something for picking up the slack around here. I'll just treat this like a special 4 Spriggan for my stand-ins. Just don't cry foul when I go full throttle. No better parting gift than showing you what a Spriggan's really made of.
We couldn't ask for more.
Now you're talking.
Or, I guess, flip that. I feel like Swin would have said... What did they say again? Swin would have probably said, we couldn't ask for more. And Nadia feels like she would say, now we're talking. And also, that's the order of the names there. From there, Van uses connections to get in touch with any collaborators of his who had time to spare. They then put together a limited time half-price discount promotion to bring in more 4 Spriggans than ever before.
The backs of the bulletin board in every district ought to have requests from corner to corner by now. Whoever closes out the most of them within the time limit is the winner. You guys all set to go?
Ready when you are. Really casting a wide net though, huh?
I know this is our suggestion, but we're in for a lot of more 4 Spriggans than we bargained for. You say that, but I had to trim the list quite a bit to get it down to the suitable ones. I was already looking for a good excuse to get the finickier ones over with, so this works out great.
Yeah, I imagine what a buzzkill it'd be to get an emergency call in the middle of tonight's live performance.
Well, alright. Hope you don't mind if we bring the heat then. You're on. No backing out now. Let the 4 Spriggan showdown commence.
Yeah, see, but like Van is like only one person. He is operating on a handicap, and so Van, Swin, and Nadia's duel began.
She's coming your way, S.
Roger that. There. Gonna be just fine.
Booyah! Score 1 for the Dream Team. Goodness, what an impressive display. My sweet little Anna, thank you ever so much for catching her.
About that, are you really this cat's owner?
You were a few syllables off of the name on her collar just now. And rumor has it that a shady catnapper has been snatching up purebreds to put on the market. That's,
What was that?
That's, Oh, Angela, thank goodness you're alright.
My dog jumped up again. I'll blame it on that.
So now the mansion I'm employed at has a massive rat infestation, and it's all my fault. If I don't do something about it, they'll fire me for sure. Can I count on you to handle this discreetly?
So my hunch was right. 2 of them are like a match made in heaven. Mind hanging out just a tick? Solution to your problem should be along in just a minute. Excuse me, but are you the Spriggan I keep hearing about? I could really use your expertise. I need more rats for my experiments. All the laboratory rats at the medical research facility I work for were inadvertently terminated. Is there any chance you could set us up with a large quantity of them in short order?
That's crazy.
Did you say rats?
Huh? That's 2 for 1. Getting a mountain of requests in has its perks sometimes.
Okay, hear me out. I got a plot line for that rat sub-story. He never saw the rat bodies, and he was told that the rats were terminated, but they were simply taken from the lab by someone who had something against that other client, and he released the rats all in her house. There we go. The sub-stories have been, or the 4 Spriggans have been combined into one full story. I don't know, maybe like, I don't have a motivation yet, but I'll cook.
S? Do you think those cars have anything to do with the package we picked up a minute ago?
Shoot, we're being tailed. I'll shake them off. Hang on tight, Nadia.
Aye aye.
The Nadia blush too?
Somebody, save me! Pipe down. I ain't looking to start anything. It's not if you clean out your blackmail data and hand it over. You had a good run up until now, coasting on the backs of others. I'd say it's about time for the piper to get paid. All right, just take it! That settles that. Now onto a separate request. This one involves getting tit for tat over the living hell you put your victims through. No, please! Waiting around here to ambush that crooked businesswoman, or that businessman, isn't going as well as I hoped.
Maybe he caught on and switched routes. I can recalculate his path, but we're kinda short on time.
Oh, what's this? Don't tell me we're all working the same. Or, what's this? Don't tell me we're all working the same request.
Oh, hi, Van.
Guess we overlapped on this one. Well, ain't that a kick in the head? You two already got the jump on me. Not even the gold tip-off Bermati had can make up for that. I'll just have to shift over to something else. Oh well, keep up the good work out there.
Bermati. That's his informant over in Riverside.
Might as well head over and take the freebie. Soon afterwards, the alarm on everyone's Xiphus went off, signaling that the time limit for the showdown was up. They then returned to the office to report their respective results. So, the final tally is 11 Force Brigands for me and 12 for you. The victory is yours. Damn, some professional I am. What's wrong? Those don't look like the faces of winners to me.
It's because this whole thing was rigged.
I'm with her on that. The information you clued us in on was the only reason we were able to close that last request. Can't really say the point was earned fair and square. Hey, I'm not the one who slipped up giving you a hint. You should be proud for not letting it pass you by. From where I stand, who solved what doesn't really matter. As long as he stuck to the Spriggan way. Matter of fact, you did me a solid divvying up the workload, so thanks for that.
He's got us hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, we may have won the battle, but we lost the war the second we suggested dueling over 4 Spriggans. You outfoxed us good, man. You guys get so uptight over the weirdest things. Well, for all the areas we fall short in, we still managed to prove ourselves pretty decently.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Actually, you never fully explained what it is you were trying to prove. Mind filling me in?
Like we said, these last several months have been one freak incident after another. Running into old colleagues from the gardens on Nemeth, seeing what looked like my brother back from the dead. And even that's got nothing on what went down on with LP and S.
Everything worked out in the end, but it left us with some heavy questions to chew on. We started to wonder, would we ever escape our part? Or were we doomed to spend the rest of our days in darkness? I see.
That's what all this boils down to. We wanted to prove that if we worked hard enough, we could enjoy our lives in the way that sat right with us. Just like you do, Van.
Like me? Not that most people would call your way of life a respectable one. Don't I know it? I hear Elaine offered you two a place at the guild. Why not take her up on that?
Blech, and work myself into the ground all year round? I've got a lazing and loafing quota to keep up.
Call me crazy, but I don't think our line of work is in our wheelhouse anyways. That aside, there was one other thing we wanted to prove. To yourselves? No, to you, Van. We wanted to show you how much we've grown over the past 2 years.
You had to help us out with just about everything back. You had to help. Bleh. Man, I really can't talk today. You had to help us out with just about everything back then. But now other people can lean on us for a change, don't you think?
Yeah, two have come leaps and bounds, no doubt about it. Even if your past tries to haunt you again, I know you'll put it back into place as many times as it takes. You got the freedom to take...
I really can't read. I should give myself like a second to read.
You've got the freedom to make whatever you want of your lives. This Old Town Spriggan will vouch for that any day of the week. I know we're not leaving just yet, but I can tell we won't be leaving any regrets behind.
And the next time we meet up, we're gonna be twice, no, thrice as impressive as we are now.
Yeah, can hardly wait.
We might be hanging up our substitute Spriggan hats, but we'll never, ever forget the time we spent with you, Aggie, and everyone else.
I can't promise we'll always be available, but if you're ever in a bind, hit us up. Next time, we'll be the ones handling a 4SPG of yours.
Yeah, I think this one's probably like... It has a nice moment, but definitely feels like the weaker of the 4 Spriggans so far. It was fun. That was a fun one, though. I like seeing all the different requests come in and just like work getting done. Okay. So I think as far as interesting is concerned, we'll just go into Elaine, and then Chizuna seems cool, and then on yes. And then all we have left after that is housekeeping. Anyways, should I get myself some more water? Hold on. No, I'm fine. Alright, let's hop into Elaine's request. Elaine's report connection event. What's going on with our ex?
Van parted ways with his companion for a short while. He then met up with Elaine, and the two went to speak with their prospective client.
Is it going to tie into the church and the Grosritter? Imagine just randomly Kevin was here.
Apologies for the delay. I'm with the Bracers Guild.
Oh, Roderick.
Oh yes, we were expecting you. Aren't you that famous A-rank bracer?
Thank you so much for accepting a request on such short notice.
Oh, you brought Van along as well. Glad to see you again. For the record, I'm mostly just along for the ride.
Van, quotations, mostly along for the ride, arc ride?
You know him.
Yeah, met him while doing the 4 Spriggan a while back. You still keeping in touch with old Bruno?
Right, okay. He was the kid, right? The orphan, Bruno, and the thief, and all that?
Yes, I consulted him about all this, in fact.
Alright.
I consulted him about all this, in fact. Anyways, I feel much better knowing that you're on the case.
Let's get down to business then, shall we? So you suspect the stalker will crash your wedding today and attack the bride? Do I have that right?
You do, yes.
Honestly, we're at a loss to what to do.
It all began when Dorothea was kind enough to care for a man who was passed out alongside the side of the road. She was already engaged at that point, but that didn't stop the man from obsessing over her after the fact. She reached out to the police and the guild several times, but they couldn't do much, and he was careful to remain within the confines of the law. Then, once the wedding date was set, she received an unusual package. Inside was a clandestine photo of her and the groom. The faces were cut out and a message was written in blood. Love never dies. The wedding date was listed as well, even though it had only just been decided on.
How despicable. Only the vilest of fiends would seek to ruin such an important day in a young couple's lives.
That's a textbook example of a threat letter. Should be enough cause for the guild to take action. Problem is, if we're following the Bracers Code...
I'm afraid I have no choice but to ask that you delay your wedding. When danger is imminent, we have to put the safety of the citizens above all else. I hope you understand.
I was afraid of that. I'm sorry, Dorothea.
No, don't be. It's for the best. We can't risk putting our friends and family in harm's way. I just wish we could celebrate with this with them. Everyone was able to take their time out of their busy schedule for this.
Alright, I think this request can qualify as a forced brigand now.
Oh?
Arkwright Solutions will be working with the guild on this one. No need to move the wedding date, because I've got an idea.
You do?
But how would... No, I'll pay any price you ask, as long as it means we can have our wedding as planned. To pull this one off, I'm gonna need the assistance of our very own Beauty's Blade.
Say no more. I'll do whatever I can to help.
We will pose as the married couple. And we will get married in front of the altar. For the bit. After that, they enlisted the aid of the cathedral staff and swiftly put Van's plan into place. And so the wedding began on schedule.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today before the goddess Idios to join Roderick and Dorothea in the bonds of holy matrimony. Do you, Roderick, take this woman Dorothea to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, to love and cherish, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And do you, Dorothea, take this man, Roderick, in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, to love and to cherish, for as long as you both shall live?
Stop! Are we the wedding crashers? Oh, he's a freak.
Who do you think you are? You have no right to be barging in on this sacred union. You must be that low-life bastard they told me about.
Why, Dorothea? Why would you marry the likes of him? I'm the one you love. That's why you saved me back then, right?
Oh, that's 100% Elaine. And that is 100% Van. Is it? Do you think that's Van? Is Van the priest or is it Roderick? What's the color of Van's eyes again? I can see the sunglasses underneath that woman's like veil. That is Elaine.
Get a grip, man. That's just some fantasy you dreamed up on your own. I will never give up the woman I love, and especially not to someone who'd only burdened her with a one-sided obsession. What? What the hell did you just say to me? Who do you think you are, you piece of shit? Get lost. You have nothing to do with this. Dorothea, my beloved, it's time to go. To the goddess's side, where our love will never die. Huh? I must say, I find your unrequited love rather shallow. You couldn't even tell that your beloved was an imposter.
I fucking kneel. Holy shit. Elaine in the wedding dress? If they give this as like a costume after the event, that is such a hard thing to pass up on.
Oh, that's the A-rank brace, or that's the A-rank bracer.
Beauty's Blade? Why is she here?
But why? Where's my Dorothea? Oh, Roderick. Oh, Dorothea. Everything's gonna be alright now.
And scene. So, what'd y'all think of our mid-wedding halftime show? A little unprecedented, I know, but hey, it's the first time for everything. Our special guest Elaine Auclair gave it a performance for the ages, all to test the love of our leading lady and man. Let's give our groom a big round of applause for bravely fending off his girl's would-be captor.
Holy cannoli! I had no idea they switched out the bride.
Okay, that was a little too realistic for my taste, but man, what a show.
That darn Spriggan really knows how to throw everyone for a loop.
I sincerely apologize for causing such a ruckus. We will get the ceremony back underway in just a moment. Let me offer my congratulations to the soon-to-be happy newlyweds. Elaine is so pretty. Afterwards, they quietly turned the stalker over to the police. The wedding went on from there without any further disruptions.
Elaine, Van, thank you so much for saving our wedding.
Well, that was a neat and tidy ending.
I'm glad we were able to help them.
Can't believe I was able to pull one over the crowd with that halftime show bet. That was one hell of a gamble. If Roderick hadn't done that whole spiel from the heart, I doubt anyone would have bought it. I got a question for you. Why the special interest in this request? Something about this job must have caught your eye. Don't think you'd have wanted to leave in the middle of the festival otherwise.
I suppose that's true. Well, to answer your question, the subject of marriage so happened to be on my mind lately.
Oh?
Seeing as how my family, or rather my relatives, have been trying to get me to tie the wedding knot. I've received a few proposals already.
The Quincy Company have been hard at work rebuilding the business, but this is the first I'm hearing of this.
As you may very well know, our family has a long lineage, and many of my relatives are the old-fashioned sort. They say it's all to support the Auclair family. I suppose it sounds noble when you put it like that. In all likelihood, they're simply desperate to find their footing. Things have been rather chaotic following my father's incarceration. In a way, I almost pity them. And to be honest, that's why I've entertained the notion.
Well, I don't think you should. I know you're just trying to bear the burden for everyone like usual. But that ain't your responsibility, alright?
Van, you are calling the fucking kettle black, my man. Fuck, they need to get together pronto. I hate this. Fuck these two.
Your dad's the one who committed a crime, not you. It isn't your job to mop up his mess. You can't fix everything. If you say you can, then that's arrogance talking, plain and simple.
But, you know, that might just be the most hypocritical thing you've ever said.
Just speaking from experience, that's all. From one burden-bearing person to another. Don't forget why you chose the path you're on. You didn't choose it for your family's sake. You sure as hell didn't choose it for mine either.
You're right. No, in fact, you're exactly right. Oh, and don't worry about those marriage proposals. I turned them all down.
Who said I was worried? By the way, you might not want to put this off for too much longer. We're both getting up there in age.
Van, you can't be saying that. You're 25 and I will literally explode. Excuse me? I'll have you know I'm only 24. Okay, here I go. They're gonna catch the fucking bouquet. Ah, fuck these two. Congrats to the newlyweds. Wow, Elaine caught it. Congrats. I wonder if this is my reward for all the hard work I've put in lately. A certain someone I know could and should learn from my example.
Oof, hit me where it hurts, why don't you? Fine, I'll try and take a few pointers. After that, Van and Elaine left the cathedral behind. And after tying up the loose ends of the stalker case, they met back up with the rest of their friends.
Back when we were students, I always thought this day might come for us. Huh?
Wait, what did Elaine mean by that?
It's nothing, just lost in thought. We're both still walking our own paths, so let's focus on that for now. I'll be happy to help you along in whatever little ways I can.
I mean, I know exactly what Elaine meant by that. Damn, that was actually low-key, like, really, really good.
Opening planner.
The most tragic part about that, we don't have Elaine in the wedding dress. They didn't give us that costume. Okay. She's in a time. Is there one that I would have traded for that? Because that was really good.
Planner.
I like that for the two of them. I guess if I had to choose, I would probably end up getting rid of Renee's Connect event to take Elaine's. But both of them were also really good. Lino Flower Viewing.
Okay, meeting place is just past here. Got no clue what to expect from this.
Hey, what's up, Van? Wow, you actually showed.
Why do you sound so surprised? I ain't the type to accept an invite then be a no-show.
So you seemed a little spaced out there for a minute. Something on your mind?
Oh, not really. Just watching you do your thing. Seeing your form with that sword against all those white petals is pretty mesmerizing, I'll admit.
Whoa, it's not often I get a compliment from you of all people.
Just call them like I see them. Anyways, those are called Lena flowers, right? I hear they bloom in the Empire too.
Yep, they're indigenous to the East, but they were taken abroad back in the Middle Ages. Heard there was some growing around here, so I decided to stop by. Seeing them in full bloom is a sight you don't want to miss.
You ain't wrong there. This sure is a sight for sore eyes. Definitely isn't a bad place to kick back and pop up in some gold ones.
That's actually what's often done at flower viewing parties in the East. It's easy to get swept up in the atmosphere with all this nature around. So, wanna fight?
Huh? No.
What? Boo. So wanna fight to the death?
Let me think. No. Damn it, I freaking knew this is the reason you called me out here. Why do you want to fight me so bad anyways? What makes you think I'd be a match against a divine blade?
Oh, I don't think that at all. You'd be lucky to last 5 seconds against me as you are now. But as that dark blue Grendel, now there's another story entirely.
Okay, I see what's going on now. Our fight against the Crimson Grendel must have lit a fire in you. Am I wrong?
Nope, hit the nail right on the head. From the moment I laid eyes on it, I was itching to pull out my sword and go to town. And just when I thought my chance had arrived, boom, gone in a flash. Oh, her sword activated. I can't contain myself any longer.
Guess that means running for the hills is off the table. Not like I could let you go back to Aramis in that state anyways.
I'm glad you're so quick to understand. Now let's hurry up and get started.
Sorry, that's not an option either. I can't go Grendel when my hollow mare isn't around. And she's been sleeping like a baby ever since the Genesis stopped functioning.
Oh, well that sucks. What am I supposed to do now? I'm completely overstimulated and I don't have an opponent who can bear the brunt of my attacks.
Don't hit the panic button just yet. I have an idea. Just need a quick change of venue.
Into the garden? So, when we're in the garden, are we simulating Mare? Or what's up? The Marhian Garden. Ah, a battlefield with lino flowers and a full moon. I couldn't ask for a more perfect backdrop for a duel.
The program must have used the area we're in, along with your fighting spirit, as data. Anyhow, I think this should work. Oh?
Wait, randomly?
Keep in mind, I think this is just a digital recreation. I've been through the transformation enough times now that I can tell the difference. We only just freed this place from the Garden Master, so this is kind of like exploiting a bug while things are still destabilized.
I don't care about any of that. All that matters now is I can have my fun.
Fair warning, I can also get pretty damn fired up when I'm in this form. I won't be able to pump the brakes now that the engine's going. You poke the bear, so get ready for a beatdown.
Oh, I'm more than ready for that. Bring it on. Taking the initiative was definitely the right call, but I think you were just a little too hasty. You need to give yourself enough room to predict how your opponent might counterattack.
Shit. Even with all the overpowered freaks I've fought with the Grendel up till now, she has them all beat. The power of the Divine Blades is frickin' unreal.
And now you're letting your mind wander too much. A moment is all I need to break through your defenses. Erase all thoughts of this fleeting mortal coil. and focus only on the battle before you. Concentrate on me. Concentrate on yourself. Because in this world, none exist except us.
I can't keep up with her. It's taking all I have just to fend her off.
What's the matter, Van? I've seen you fight opponents with more tenacity than this. Okay, Shizuna looking clean as hell with that. The two blades under the leaf petals in the night. That's more like it. His speed and power are extraordinary. Looks like he's finally unleashing his inner beast. A beast worthy of the name Devourer of Nightmares. However, it's going to take more than a mere beast to satiate me.
Can't keep up with her. When I'm relying on my wits, I play right into her hands when I act on instinct. Is there really nothing I can do? Wait, I got it! I am both the nightmare and the beast.
What? What did he say?
And the beast that devours it.
What's that? Is he going to, like, the Giga Grendel mode? Or whatever it was called?
I think some part of me was still trying to hold back. But now I'm ready to come at you with everything I have.
Wah! There it is. That's what I've been after. The ultimate form hidden inside you. I suppose I better respond in kind then. Spirit unification!
That looks even more powerful than when we saw it in Long Line. You've been toying with me this whole time. But whatever. I won't let that stop me.
What say we fight to the bitter end, Grendel?
You're on, Divine Blade of Silver!
Okay, like, random hype moment. System error. System error. Data overload from unknown source has been detected. System processing capacity exceeded. Initiating reboot to restore operating protocols. All users will now be disconnected.
What?
No, not now. The Marhian Garden eagerly awaits your next visit. Not Shizuna getting blue-balled.
Back to reality.
Yo, we edged the hell out of Shizuna. We were so close. Just when I'd finally found new heights to reach. Want to go again?
Nope.
Figured. I'm not really in the mood anyways. Shame we couldn't finish our duel, but I guess I'm satisfied for now. I can't remember the last time I got to use Akegarasu to its full potential.
What? What's that? Is that the name of your sword or something?
Uh-huh. It goes by other names too, but I'm really not supposed to go into that. This sheath is made from the weapons of many hardened fighters. I bet I could have spruced it up nicely had I gotten my hands on the Grendel's armor.
Probably would have been hard given that it's made of shards, but heck, knowing you, sure you'd find out a way to do it.
Anyways, I had a lot of fun. Thanks a bunch, Van.
Sheesh, you really are something else. Well, I'm not exactly what you call a devoted martial artist, but I definitely feel like I caught a glimpse of something new. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad to do again at some point.
Really? Then let's go another...
Not now, I said at some point. Excellent work, Princess. Same to you, Arkride. Whoa, where'd you come from?
Hey there, looks like you got everything ready for us.
Indeed. I just finished setting up the table. Enjoy.
Well, since we're here already, why don't we have a few drinks while we take in the view? Shizuna, what a flirt.
Holy crap, this is delicious. Did that Kurogane guy make all this?
He sure did. Isn't he great? He likes to cook when he isn't brushing up on his ninja skills. Although, cooking might actually be part of his ninjutsu training. After all, poisoning food is the tried and true method of assassination.
And now I've lost my appetite. Anyways, I don't hear you talking about ninja stuff all that much. It strikes me as weird considering you're from Ikaruga.
This may surprise you to hear, but despite me being Ikaruga's second in command, and despite learning the Black God One Blade style from my master, I'm not actually a shinobi myself. I'm playing around with some of the practitioners of the Rogetsu school, but that's about it.
I've been to ask you about this for a while. Is that master of yours the one they call the Sword Hermit?
What was his name again? Rain's teacher? Kafai? That's right. And he just so happens to be an old friend of your master's. Yeah, Yun Kafai, thank you. He was Ikaruga's former chieftain, the Sword Hermit Yun Kafai. In the West, he's better known as the founder of the 8 Leaves One Blade School.
Is that right? So does that mean the Black God style is similar to the 8 Leaves?
They're similar in some ways, but not so much in others. The Dark Blade style of the Black God School has 1,000 years of history behind it. 8 Leaves One Blade is more of the modified Light Blade style that Master himself created using the Black God as a basis. Ah, I see. Huh. I wouldn't have ever thought that 8 Leaves One Blade was a fairly recent form. Both aim to guide their practitioners along the path to enlightenment, but the road we take and the means we use couldn't be more different. Since I trained under the Master himself, I have a pretty good understanding of how the two styles differ. Yeah, Black God and 8 Leaves, the yin and yang.
Huh. Didn't realize there was so much to it.
Now let me ask a question of my own. Are you planning to stick with the Kunlun school until you master it? Or will you continue to pursue that hollow style of yours?
To be honest, I'm not too interested in doing either. I've taken what I've learned from them and incorporated it all into my own style. Might have taken a roundabout path, but it's worked for me so far.
That's a very you answer. That said, the road we're walking is a thorny one. Or you're walking is a thorny one. Instead of following any one school of discipline to the end, you're aiming for variety. You're basically scooping up little bits from all over. And while variety is the spice of life, there are limitations to overcome when trying to approach things from a grave perspective. The path you're taking may turn out to be more than you can bear.
Well, I can cross that bridge when I get there. Till then, I'm gonna stick to my way of doing things. And that involves helping people through Forest Brigands, like the one you just put out. If the conditions are right, I just get out there and do it.
I see. That's just the kind of person you are, huh? You're an interesting man, Van. One of these days, I'd like to introduce you to the matron and our chieftain. You'd have to reach the eastern end of the continent, though. No one outside the Black God and 8 Leaves School has ever done that. But there's a first for everything. You might be able to pull it off, assuming you can get a hand on that Grendel form of yours.
Why am I getting bad vibes from this?
Don't worry your spiky little head. You know, I'm never bored when I'm around you. I'm always having all sorts of new experiences, like when we nearly attained new heights a bit ago. You know, I wonder, have any artists in the Trails community ever tried to create stylized portraits of like Cold Steel and like Calvard characters? Or like Sky Crossbell, because those are two like different artists. Because I'm curious to see what like Van would look like if he showed up in like Sky. Because she said spiky hair, and my immediate thought was Kevin. And then I'm like, huh. So if this is spiky hair, I think Kevin's hair also kind of looks like Van's too. So would Van also be some sort of onion guy? I hope you and I can continue being good friends.
Yeah, wouldn't mind that. Better friends than adversaries.
Who said anything about us not being adversaries too?
You know, just because you can read my mind doesn't mean you should. After that, the two of them spent a while enjoying the flowers blooming on the trees. And once they were done, they drove back to the city. Drove back to the city. Not drove back the city. That'd be wild.
We were almost there. Well, there's always next time, I suppose. You're now on the hook for showing me what lies beyond someday. I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot more of each other in the future.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool connection event too. Just randomly they added like pretty hype moment with the yellow Grendel Shin.
Thank you for your visit today.
A little bit of lore too for like the Eastern, like Ikaruga, because I was always a little bit
showing on
curious. They don't
screen
really
too
like
will
delve too
soon
much into
begin.
them, and knowing that they have like a matron and chieftain, and
Please
that like
silence
only
your
people
phones
from
and
like
enjoy the
the
film.
school have ever been to like the far eastern side of the continent, and that the Black God One Blade style is also like way older than the Eight Leaves.
3-point heat.
A
Now
lot of
playing
good
at a
stuff
theater near
that we
you.
learned.
Opening planner.
But it's time for the final one. Unfortunately, in this reality, Elaine and Van do not get married. At least without that little kickstart. Van parted ways with his companion for a short while. He then headed to Treon Tower to meet up with Agnes. Oh, Hamilton.
Van, Agnes, a pleasure to see you again. Good day, Professor Hamilton.
Yeah, it's been what, 2.5 weeks now?
I apologize for calling you over here, what with the school festival keeping you occupied. But I felt it was important that I return this to you, Agnes. So without further ado, here you are.
Oh. Okay, yeah, this is important.
Thank you, Professor.
You've done pretty much all you can probing, you've pretty much done all the probing you can so far on why the Genesis stopped working, right? Any developments we should know about?
No, sadly, not even after using my connections at the Institute to run it through every instrument at our disposal. I've failed to glean any new facts, let alone the root cause behind the inexplicable phenomena we've observed so far. Nevertheless, I'm of a mind to continue the investigation. Sorry to put you through so much trouble, but we'd really appreciate it if you could. There are still so many things that we have yet to understand. But we need to do so in order to prepare for what lies ahead. I can see much of your forebears in you. Clearly, Professor Epstein's spirit lives on, as does Lilia's.
Lilia, that's Agnes's grandma, right?
Yes, though I never got the chance to meet her myself. According to my great-grandfather's diary, she used to go to and from the laboratory all the time. Indeed, I believe Lilia was around 10 years old back then. She was strong of heart, smart as a whip, and compassionate to boot. Oftentimes, she would make tea for her father and us disciples. On occasion, her spontaneous comments would even lead to breakthroughs in our research. The girl certainly did wonders for our motivation.
Sounds a lot like how Hume's is for us.
You may be right there. Thank you for sharing, Professor. This is a joy to hear. My grandmother has already passed, my grandmother had already passed when I was born, you see, so I never knew her all that well. Though my mother told me she was a kind and dauntless woman who raised her single-handedly. I see. That description fits Lilia to a T. All in all, however, neither I nor the other disciples can tell you very much about her. Not due in particular to the way she vanished right after the professor's death, leaving only a note behind.
So Lilia could still be alive. Yo, hear me out.
Yo, what if Lilia's the Grandmaster? For real?
I've heard a bit about this. Half of my grandmother's life is completely unaccounted for. At the time, the guild was still in its infancy.
Holy, I just got a different theory.
When they failed to find her, the search was called off. So imagine my shock when I first met you, her granddaughter, in Basel. In any case, you already know Katra is like family to me, so don't ever feel as though you have to be a stranger, dear. That goes for you as well, Van, even if it has nothing to do with the Genesis. You're welcome to reach out in times of need.
Appreciate it. Might even happen sooner than we think.
Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help you too, Professor. Also, we'd love to have you at this year's school festival if you'd be willing. It's shaping up to be a spectacular event, thanks in part to Catra's contributions. Ah, yes. Zemuria has been telling me all about it. I'll try my best to make time for a visit.
Well, we picked up the Genesis. Ready to head back to the academy?
About that. It's not as if we're in any hurry. Do you suppose we could stick around for just a while longer? To tell you the truth, I'd actually been wanting to come here with you at some point.
Oh yeah, now that you bring that up, I guess this is the first time we've been up here together. It was pretty packed back at the festival anyways, so I could use some time away from the crowds. No harm in hanging back and taking a look around.
Great, thanks, Van.
And so Van and Agnes enjoyed a leisurely stroll along the observation deck. They then decided to take in the city sights from one of the telescopes.
Let's see, if I turn it over in this direction...
Oh, that is a crazy angle to see Montmartre.
Huh, Old Town spotted. I am pointed right at the office in Montmartre.
Seriously? We've got sight for Selge around. And that's the first place you pick?
Well, it's important to me. I always look for this wherever I,
Let me read that again.
Well, it's important to me. I always look there whenever I do this. Even on my days off from work, I worry about whether you're eating a balanced diet or not.
What are you, my nosy sister-in-law? Good luck keeping a food diary of me from way up here.
Let's look over there next.
Yo, okay. So Jeremy, you got me thinking on some theories here, right? Was it ever confirmed wholly that... No, it was. I think it was. That Professor Epstein built all 8 of the Geneses or whatever? Because I was like, what if the professor only made like 1 Genesis? Or Genesis? And then like Agnes's grandma made the rest? And is like, while being the Grandmaster, also using the Genesis to control like the Time Septarian or something.
The center marsh is lively as ever today. No matter how much they modernize the rest of the city, this slice of it never seems to change.
So far it said that Epstein made the 8 Genesis. Okay, right, yeah.
You a long-time customer or something? Thought your house was over in the 10th district.
Well, really, my mother would only take me shopping there every so often when I was little. But there were other occasions, such as birthdays, holidays, or the rare times when my father made space in his busy schedule to come home early. The two of us would poke our heads into one stall after another, deliberating over what to eat. We used to have so much fun back then.
Warms your heart to think about.
There's Dirk Memorial Park. My father used to drive me there as a child so we could take Alphonse for a walk.
Oh, your pet dog. I met him at the end of last year when I dropped you off that one time, right? Second I petted the guy, he started clinging and roughhousing like no tomorrow. Almost thought I'd never shake myself free.
He's usually so quiet around anyone outside our family too. I guess he took a special liking to you. You're free to stop by and keep him company if you'd like.
What, and just stroll right into the president's house? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
And there's Aramis Academy over in the Albert district.
If the festival there is busy on the first day, you're going to be swamped all the way to the last.
Oh, I'll make it through somehow.
What's up?
Don't laugh, but I was just thinking, wow, I'm actually a student here. Even now it still hits me. I suppose it's because this is where my mother and my father first met.
Huh, it's news to me.
The story goes that my grandmother was working the student store at the time. Being a single parent, she got permission to bring her daughter, Sophie, my mother, to work with her. My father had only just enrolled at the academy when they first got acquainted. From there, he wound up becoming a family friend of sorts.
Almost sounds like it was fated to be. Though I'm guessing there was a bit of an age gap there, huh?
Yes, 8 years to be exact. It wasn't long after they met that they became almost like siblings. But as they grew up alongside one another, their shared feelings slowly blossomed into love.
Ah. I understand where Agnes's crush might have, like, some foundation with Van.
Then one day they came here to observe, to the observation deck where my father finally proposed to her.
That's so. Almost poetic, considering that your great-granddad was the one who designed this tower to begin with. I guess that must make it pretty special to you.
Yes, in a way it symbolizes the bond between the two sides of my family, the Claudells and the Gramharts. Shortly after I came along, my father's political career took off. He became busy while I began feeling lonely. So my parents made an effort to clear out their schedules and bring me to Treon Tower.
Oomphy Agnes. Very cute.
My mother talked about all sorts of things while we were here. She told me about life with my grandmother, about the way she met my father, about how the three of them would often visit the tower, about the irreplaceable moments she and my father created together, about the guilt he felt over missing my birth due to his military duties, about how overjoyed he was when he first held me in his arms, about how elated she was when he finally proposed, and all the while my father would have a faint, uncharacteristic blush on his face.
I would love to see Gramhart blush.
Admittedly, a lot of things she said were too difficult for me to understand at that age. But I always loved seeing her smile from cheek to cheek over every new tale she recounted about my father and grandmother. It's not quite the same as my great-grandfather's diaries, but hearing those stories about my family meant so much to me. It gave me hope that someday I'd meet my own special someone and get a chance to share this place with him too.
And yes.
Overdramatic, I know. No need to take it too seriously.
It's a nice sentiment. I'm almost jealous. This tower basically ties your family together. Even the grandmother you never met in person.
My thoughts exactly. Regardless of the circumstances, my mother and father crossed paths, fell in love, and had me. This place is always here as a reminder to put my faith in the bonds that connect us as a family. That's the thing I truly love about it. But ever since I started helping you with your Spriggan work, it's taken on another meaning. You, me, and the others have been all over Edith, solving 4 Spriggans after 4 Spriggans. And now, looking over the city from here fills me with pride over everything we've accomplished. I think about the many times my family took in the same view, and how I'm striving to protect it with my own 2 hands. I'm just so glad I joined Arkwright Solutions. That's why I wanted to give you credit where it's due. And not just when it comes to gathering all the Genesees. Thank you, Van, for everything. It's because you helped me grow as a person that I'm able to feel this way. And that's worth the world to me.
Come on now. Haven't we been over this? Any growth you made is your own doing. You're the one who leapt into my line of business and took whatever you could from the experience. You were tenacious like nothing else, sticking to your guns until you got what you were after. Honestly, I never could have imagined how far you'd go. When I was up and vanished last year, you came after me without a moment's hesitation. And as if that wasn't enough, you rose up against the being capable of rocking this world to its core, and gave him a piece of your mind.
We were talking to Van, not you. Right. Yeah, we were talking to Van, not you. We don't care about you in the slightest. So get out of our sight and return Van to us at once.
Agnes blush.
I don't think it's a stretch to say that, if nothing else, your strength has pulled me through my fair share of scrapes. So much so that I went from nearly giving up on myself to holding on no matter what. Point is, you're dead wrong if you think your gratitude is a one-way street.
Van.
Like I said before, me taking your request to find the Genesees came with some special conditions. So I'm counting on you to hold up your end of the bargain as my assistant.
Yes, sir. Happy to be of service as always, Van.
After that, Vanna and Ines decided to leave the tower behind and head back to see the rest of their friends. I wonder if he realized what I was hinting at. Van's 25 now, so I know that we're a bit apart. But my parents had the same 8-year gap between them that we do. Such a romantic. Of course, I still have a long way to go before I can measure up to him. It's only a matter of time, though. I'm sure of it.
And yes, you coming or what?
Be right there.
Okay,
I want to make the most of everything you and
Also
the
really
others
good.
have taught me. So I'm going to keep working hard. And while I do that, I hope I can stay by your side. I know I'm still inexperienced, but I'm looking forward to whatever comes next.
Man, that movie was kick-ass.
Yeah, we stay with that. 100%. Crazy to think if we didn't do that connection event, I wouldn't have thought about Lilia being the Grandmaster. Imagine. Anyways, maybe we'll do Owlbear, then go back to Old Town? Because there was a little bit of Owlbear for us to look at.
Let's do this.
Mommy, Daddy, hurry! Oh my.
Alright, I'll really speed things along. Because I don't know if I was planning on really going too late tonight. Mostly because I have some stuff I have to prep
Gonna
for
eat something?
tomorrow. Because IRL, I'm doing like a barbecue and like a get-together and stuff, so I had to go and demembrane some ribs that I bought that I'm gonna put on the smoker in the morning. And then a bunch of other little things. So we'll just like... It's incredible you think Kisara designed it. Mm-hmm. It almost looks like it says POG. But I know it says 1209. That's our Kisara for you. Nishu's got it graffiti, but this is something else. Isn't Kisara supposed to be guiding guests around the festival today? Mm-hmm. She was doing her own thing in the back. See, you all decided to come to the festival. Kisara's design's pretty cool. We'll take a look at the decorations. And Rebecca, Chris kept telling me I should go to the festival today. He's in charge of the shop by himself today. The crowds make me a bit nervous. And Filenkov.
No need to be shy now.
Oh, Mercy. Inferno, Indomitability. Actually, none of these are that great. Serendipity. And Revel. Oh, Oracle was new. Arch range by 2? Don't mind if I do. Ha. That rhymed.
Come again.
And we know who we're putting this on.
I'll gladly take the reins. That's
6'2".
a single element slot.
5'3", yeah. We're keeping that because I think... Do we need that? We can put Almathea anywhere, can't we? If I have to get rid of something, I'm getting rid of... It's always a Rufus jump scare. I might have to get rid of Action 2. Because I need Strike 3 here to get Arc Feather.
I'll gladly take the reins.
Maybe Cast 2? 40, 60... No, Cast 2 feels pretty nice. Yeah, and I can't even get rid of Carbuncle. We'll get rid of Action 2.
Skills updated. I suggest you take a look.
No need to be shy now. Come again.
Droplets acquired. Kanza.
Hey, welcome. Don't be
Kanza
a stranger.
Soba. This is my first time setting up a stall here. A lot of customers, should be interesting. Cool. I see the bracers are hard at work.
Hello.
As is Shino. Carpaccio.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you.
Never seen a Ramus Academy like this before. Wait, what did that say? I read a little too quick. Students are meant to use these 3 days to show everyone in the capital their ingenuity. The kids put it all together on their own. I just gave them a few tips on how to bring out their charm. Just make sure not to overdo it. You're only a guest. We would love if you came, Shino. There's lots of interesting events. Yeah, why is Persona 5 Phantom X 75 gigs? Persona 5 Phantom X will be the only mobile game you keep on your phone. Honestly, I feel like it's very fair. I saw Eli playing Phantom X just the other night, and it genuinely just looks like Persona. Like, you're playing Persona 5 but on your phone. It's like kind of incredible. Considering how that over 3 days, yeah. Good. And Grendel can go Super Saiyan? Yeah, it happened at the end of the Daybreak 1. Also, how you doing, Watermelon? Happy to see you drop by. Everyone have their drinks. Here's a toast. Hey, Gray made it back to a senior bracer. I know I've still got a lot to learn, but I'll do everything I can to live up to the title. Not like any of this would have been your fault. There's no point in letting something like that weigh you down. So Alvis wants to go and train by himself. He still feels a little guilty. And they're still crushing, but Alvis is dense as hell. I was wondering what the bracers were up to, youth. I've been to 2 guild branches in the past month to see if I was worthy of being a senior bracer. Sister will be proud. And they'll keep an eye out for us. And then Regina being a little soon. Or maybe not soon, but like not open with her feelings. Just kind of hoping you didn't see that. I believe in you, Alvis. We believe in you. The problem is mine. I'll overcome it. Bring out the RC cards to get through arguments is like lit as hell. The phone version is only 350 megabytes. Way more manageable. I think my phone is only like 64 gigs. If they even tried to put that game on my phone at 75 gigs, we'd blow up. You know what it probably is? It probably is 75 gigs at the end of the day if you download every single file the game has to offer. Has to offer like the maximum quality, the highest textures, and like the highest quality audio. And on the phone, they're probably like only downloading what's needed with like lower texture passes and like not all the audio you need. Like it'll probably give you like a prompt to say like, do you want to download this audio? Because yeah, audio takes up a lot of space in the game. Especially if you want it sounding good. You can feel the joy of simply watching them. Cat lady. Okay, Selma and Lodi, what's going on? How are you guys doing? Are you dating yet? Can't believe I actually worked up the courage to invite Lodi out. My heart feels like it's about to explode. Well, at least he agreed to come. That means it's a date, right? At least dressing up was easy. I'm gonna have as much fun as possible today. It could be worse. It could be Brave Frontier levels of bad for your device. I never actually got the chance to play Brave Frontier. I know it was really, really popular for like
Indeed.
an unknown amount of time in my brain. Because I had friends who weren't even really that into like anime and stuff. If it was like an anime game, that played it. Someone invited me to the festival the other day. I thought I had something to do with the running. Whatever it is, it sure is lively. Make sure you don't get lost. They can hold hands so they don't get lost. Sirloin tacos.
My stuff, kid. I'll be waiting for you.
Set up the stall here. Cool. They want to make big money. I will check with the not twins. I'll check with the Grouse Ritter in a sec. Aramis has outdone itself. Worthy of the Royal Guardian. A little bit of a friendly reporter rivalry. Giordano, my man. Pets are allowed at the festival. Big. We can bring Zeit. Clutch got the address mixed up. He no longer has a job. Yeah, both my old phone and laptop struggle playing the game due to the amount of resources it consumed. Caused my device to start burning up. Damn. Expert at sniffing out crime. She took Kagayoshi all the way here? All that walking wiped us out. We should probably get some rest. Let's leave it for now, Kagayoshi. I think time to call it for a day. Wait. Did she say she detected a crime? We still came up empty-handed? Kagayoshi did not detect anything. I fear Kagayoshi maybe did detect something. But we are too blind to see it.
Welcome to Andalusia Patisserie. What would you like? Come again.
Figured I'd stop by to buy myself some sweets today. The whole city seems to be in a flutter. Aramis School Festival. He didn't know about it. The company I was working at the time was holding a meeting there, and now I'm unemployed. Suppose I never really had the time to experience any of it. Maybe I'll go take a look. Man, he's going through it. Tossend really... He's going through it. I have no other words. Today's the day. Oh, he's got a request. Oh, so there's going to be a request involving the patissier? Can we catch the guy that was walking? Here we go. Hopkins. Aubrey District's always lively this time of the year. Check the stalls later.
I should offer up another prayer.
Aramis always puts work into the festival. Impressive. Revolution Festival, the students deserve high praise. How is that one sister doing? The Fiend.
Let us pray.
Holding a mass in junction with the festival. More visitors than usual. Glad it's lively. And the priest. Mother Celis and Father Leon from the Congregation Sacraments are here again. He's concerned. Yeah, are they here for something big, or are they just here? Huck, Polanski, and Bruno. Interesting crowd.
Oh, what's going on over here? Well, if it isn't Arkwright Solutions. I didn't think I'd run into you guys today. So you decided to take a break from Mahjong for once. Work finally catch up to you? Actually, we're here attending a friend's wedding. That's why there's so many folks gathered up around here.
Oh, this is for the Force Brigand.
I don't think I had the right to be here, honestly, but I guess there was no avoiding it. Now, we need to be here to congratulate Roderick and his parents' dead.
Huh? Are they talking about... I believe so. Well, I'm glad we got the chance to greet him.
Very well.
See, I knew his parents. I figured I could at least give him my blessing, you know? In places of those who are now with the goddess. I'm sure Roderick and his family are relieved to see he's found happiness. To think Taylor's child is finally getting married. There's no words to express what I'm feeling at this moment. Those of us who are still alive must send him off with as many blessings as we can. That Roderick, never thought I'd be invited to his wedding. The kid's always been a little too considerate, though.
So what happens then? Are they still gonna get jumped? Is this wedding getting canceled? So they'll have a wedding here. Cool. It'll be joyous and then they get shot. Oh, here's the weird sister. You been taking the children to the festival? Wait. I heard there's going to be a lot of people kissing there I want to see. They seem excited, right. I need to make sure to do my best for the children today. Cool. Giordano.
Ah, the Aramis School Festival, where the youngins get to show off all their hard work. I look forward to it every year. Kids are the future, you know? There ain't no event like it. Bringing people to the festival makes me feel like I'm doing my part for this country.
Dominion Leon Celis. We've seen everyone here. Should we talk to them? Yeah, they're not main story. We can talk to them.
What are you two doing here? Thought you were just some random clergy members for a second.
We have some business to take care of in the capital. Didn't think things would be so lively though. They throwing some kind of festival or something? Whatever it is, it's huge. We're holding the Aramis Academy Festival at the moment. It's one of the capital's most famous events. Dan actually helped prepare some of the stage shows as well. He was gracious enough to be one of our advisors. How unexpected. I knew you were one of their alumni, but to think you'd be so willing to do something constructive for once. Are you sure you're a Spriggan?
Shut it, would ya? My Spriggan image is still perfectly intact.
That right. Then I guess we'll just have to see what you come up with. We'll stop by once we're finished with work, alright? I figured as much. Oh right, there's something you should know. Members of Iscariot have been gathering in the capital recently. Not sure why, though. It's possible they're on the hunt for a criminal of some sort. Master Beauregard did mention a few other things in his letter, by the way. We should pay attention to their movements in the future.
Alright, thanks for the info.
That's concerning. Well, at least Van seems to be getting along with Beauregard's other students. Come to think of it, there's still some work left to do, but we're just as willing to help you with the Martian Garden as we were before. There are just a few things that have us a little hesitant about the place. We still got some work to finish up, but this festival atmosphere is pretty nice. Not too fond of it being a school for the rich and famous, though. Still, maybe we'll check it out when we have time. Alright. District complete. What's going on here?
All right.
Plans have been laid to hold the Edith Sweets contest at the Aramis Academy Festival, but unfortunately all the patissiers who were scheduled to participate are no-shows. But you'll be willing to gather up replacements. I'll be waiting in Andalusia in the Auber district, Holland. Okay, wait. What just popped up? I'm checking my stream. Okay, read all that. Oh, semi-required for Spriggan. They're giving me a tutorial on this now? Haven't we already done a couple of these?
Oh, well, if it isn't Van. I appreciate you all taking the time to visit. but I'm afraid I'm a little preoccupied at the moment. No worries, we're here on business today. You guys sent us for Spriggan asking for Arkwright Solutions' help, right? We came to lend a hand.
We're here to taste the sweets. Does that mean you're the Spriggans everyone's been talking about?
What a surprise to think it was you the whole time. Well, thankfully, you've caught me at the perfect moment.
Your request mentioned something about the Edith Sweets contest, right? Sounds like a pretty big deal.
Listen up, Fairy. The Edith Sweets contest is more than just a big deal. It's a test of will that features the most celebrated patissiers in the capital. It may only be held every once in a blue moon, but it's an event that defines the future of each and every confectionery in the capital. Honda Lucia was the winner of last year's contest, which means they're practically a shoo-in for this year's too.
I see.
You keep track of all their contests, huh?
I'd expect nothing less than Professor of Sweets. Up until last year, the event was sponsored by the Quincy Company. Many of the participants were from the East and Central East, so the judges had ample opportunity to tackle prejudice. That won't happen again.
Hard to believe they're holding such a historic event at Aramis of all places.
Sorry, I must have forgotten to mention it to you.
As last year's winners, we were consulted as to where the contest should be held. As you may know, we're also in charge of providing the sweets for Aramis' cafeteria. We try to set up a booth at their school festival every year. Due to its overlapping with the contest this year, I suggested that we might as well hold the contest at Aramis.
The school readily agreed to the proposal, of course. I even added my own seal of approval. However, we've recently been made aware of a few complications. That's why we issued a for Spriggan.
Alright, makes sense to me. So what? Did all the participants decide to bail out or something? Well, you see, apparently all the patissiers, other than Holland, have fallen horribly ill.
At the same time? That's impossible.
Well, usually. Before we hold the contest proper, we have a qualifying competition in order to determine who will be participating. Of course, that means we all had to taste every insert dish, and it just so happened that one of our contestants decided to use a rather rare spice. Due to an unfortunate combination of ingredients, the result was mass food poisoning. And because everyone was unaware of this combination, they were all unlucky enough to fall victim to it. You've got to be kidding me.
Almost sounds like it could have been a terrorist attack. Simply hearing the word terrorist has me on edge.
Didn't something similar happen in Longport? There's no need to worry. After conducting a thorough investigation, the police have concluded it was indeed an accident. Yeah, I haven't sensed anything fishy on my end either.
I guess that's what makes things a little better.
Thankfully, my symptoms were very light compared to the others. But the rest had no choice but to withdraw. Most said they were unwilling to participate if they weren't in top form. It would be a shame to call this whole thing over, though. Instead, we thought we could perhaps bend the rules a bit. We're hoping to attract more participants if we open registrations to the general public. Given such strange circumstances, we figured we might also rename the competition to the Aramis Sweets Contest. However, we're still unable to decide who to recruit for participation, and the contest is just around the corner. So, what you're saying is, as long as Holland's not the only competitor, everything should fall into place. Still, convincing someone to join a competition on such short notice is going to be a hell of a task. Well, I'm sure we must know someone that'd be willing. We have to know someone. The world of sweets is at stake here.
Sure.
Alright, we're on the case. Are you sure? Thank you very much, Van.
Honestly, I think you might be doing him a favor, not the other. Honestly, I think you might be doing him a favor, not the other way around. But anyways, as a member of Aramis Student Council myself, I'll do everything I can to help.
Guess our policy of only taking serious requests just got thrown out the window, huh?
Rules don't matter when there's sweets involved.
Well, I suppose it's decided. Could you tell us how many participants you'd like us to recruit? If possible, 4 would be ideal. 4, huh? Think I know just who to call on then.
It's one of those people the owner of Montmartre.
You got that right. Probably grumble the whole way here, though. But I'm also thinking of asking the shopkeeper at Liberal Boutique.
That makes sense. She did used to work as a maid over in Beauce, after all. I believe she's been helping set up the festival recently. We should be able to find her somewhere around the school. A maid? I bet she'll be great at baking.
And for our 3rd participant, we should see if we can still talk to that woman in charge of Longport's Life with Fidan. Said she'd be in the capital today, right? Yeah, something like that. Heard she got a stall over by Aramis' front gate. I have a feeling we can expect some good stuff from her.
She sounds perfect, but do we have any idea on who the fourth participant should be?
Me, of course. Can I make a suggestion? There's someone I've been hoping to meet for a while now. I believe I saw him in a magazine once, and I've been curious as ever since. His name is Dune from the Centaur March.
Right, his canals.
Oh, I know him from Gateau de Dune, right? I'm sure I'll be thrilled to get an invitation like this. Your enthusiasm for the culinary arts never ceases to amaze, Van. However, I've heard he closed shop for the moment. You might have to search around for him. No problem. Have a feeling I know where to look. Heard he used to run around with some gangs, so I'm sure he's still in contact with a few of his old buddies. If we sniff around the usual hangouts, we find the guy in no time.
I see. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to look.
Well, if you don't mind going out of your way, I'd certainly appreciate it.
Guess that makes 4. We can get them all to agree, then it'll be case closed.
Yeah, we should get moving. Here's hoping to find you find only success.
Let's start this 4SPG, shall we?
I want.
Yeah, we will run down this Force Brigand.
After that,
We are on our way.
Spring already? Time sure flies, doesn't
Tian
it?
Tian? Oh, we didn't even talk to them.
Fit as an Aaron and the rest of our great solutions. Thanks again for all your support back in Longport.
Life of Dan, right? Never expected to see you in the capital. Yeah, what are the chances? So, why exactly are you in the capital?
To test my skill, of course. I want to see how far my Kowloon hotel training can take me, whether it's to let me sink or swim with the capital's foodie scene. So I figured I could use the school festival as a little test. I'm sure you'll have people falling over you in no time, Meishin. I mean, I don't think anyone can resist your cooking.
Well, sounds like your sister's got faith in you at least. I'll probably grab a bite later if that's alright with you. See you then.
Of course, you won't regret it.
what can I get for you? Thanks a bunch.
She has nothing new.
The capital won't know what hit them when they taste my sister's cooking. She's the best chef in Longport, after all.
Got a question for you.
Is that really what happened? How terrible. I'd like to give you all a hand, but I'm not so sure it'd be alright for someone from Longport to participate.
Should be fine. I mean, I was the one who's recommended you anyways. Yeah, sweets shouldn't be a problem for a former Teiji Shushi of Kowloon Hotel, right?
That's for sure. My sister's gonna sweep the competition. Oh, you. Well, if you really think I can be of help, I'll gladly do my part.
Thanks. We'll see you at the contest then.
Spring already?
Mommy,
Alright.
Daddy.
And I think a couple were inside the school itself. The courtyard.
Well then, shall we?
I think we saw Leela around here.
Wow, those girls are
Attention!
so cool.
We have a lost child here at the festival.
She in the front?
Her name is Marie, and she's from the Levra district.
Welcome to the Aramis Academy Festival.
If you're the parent or guardian of Marie, please report to the festival office on the
Upstairs.
3rd floor of the main building. Thank you.
Also, I missed some people.
Step right up. Test your smarts at the quiz.
What's your deal? Do the quiz gang. We already did.
Thank
then we
you
didn't
for coming
enter
to
the
the first day of
office.
the Aramis Academy Festival.
Be careful, child. That doll is full of explosives.
This festival is an annual tradition that preserves the
Oh, is this the
principles
missing
that
kid?
Aramis, the founder
There, it's
of
gonna
our
be alright.
academy,
I made this
firmly
announcement so
believed
your
in.
mom will be here soon, okay? Yeah, until she gets here, we're gonna play with you.
Our entire student
Look, it's
body
Marcus
has put their
Bear.
all into creating this year's activities.
My
so
name is
please
Marcus
enjoy.
Bear Mark II. Some days I get awfully lonely. So lonely, in fact, I could very well die any day. Oh no, Mr. Bear's gonna die? However, I might be saved if someone would just play with me. Okay, I'll play with you, Mr. Bear, at least until my mommy gets here. Oh, thank you, little one.
Cute. I don't hate little kids like I do most people.
They're so cute and innocent, like me.
Yeah, gonna have to call doubt on that innocent part.
Wow, Nadia's really good with kids. I never would have imagined.
A card
Right,
battle tournament
Leela was over
being
here.
held in a classroom in the left wing on the
yeah,
first
Leela.
floor.
Got a question for you.
Good. You don't have enough participants for your contest. Well, I'd be more than happy to help you all out.
That was easy. Kinda figured it'd take a little more convincing.
As the proprietor of the Laboro Boutique, I simply have no reason to refuse. After all, it would make for a wonderful opportunity to introduce others to the flavors of Laboro. I'm sure my experience as a maid will do much to aid me as well. With your permission, I would be honored to take the chance to show everyone my skill. Thank you. I look forward to tasting the flavors of Laboro.
Great. We'll see you soon.
You need your coffee fix? Attention. We have
I wasn't
a
even
lost child
remotely
here
close
at
to
the
what he
festival.
Our
said.
Miss Academy Festival.
But I got the message across. Were we always able to go into the Blacklight District?
Well then, shall we?
No way this Force Brigand gave us a whole new area to housekeep.
Don't think I've seen you.
Guess I'll check out
Now,
Karina.
what might you be after?
Condensed herb drink we will be buying.
I'll be seeing you.
Let's see, what did she say? Gonna try our new bath salts. Simply invigorating, low rated dependency. We bought the bath salts. We will now eat someone's face. Isn't that what happened? I remember, like, way back when there was a whole thing about, like, oh yeah, bath salts are making real life zombies.
Indeed.
From, like, Florida, man. Brutal stuff. Some movement going on in the political sphere. Okay.
Ho ho! Got a great lineup at great prices. Come again soon. Ho ho! Come again soon.
Wait, we missed something?
Ho ho! Got a great lineup at
New
great
trade?
prices.
True Macho Belt. 30 CP per turn.
Come again soon.
And I have it equipped on someone? Was it Aaron? Oh, right. This is really good for Agnes. Because that means her Holy Bloom is pretty much a free cast.
Ho ho! Got a great lineup at great prices. Come again soon.
Also, we gotta put that Azurite orb on someone. Who would that benefit? This elegant gown is maybe not useful at all. In the same way this might be. It's just like more EP. But we can giga speed reset with this. What else are we sitting on? Maybe give this to Shizuna instead?
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
No new drivers, any new plugins?
Please stop by again. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Right, we're gonna be able to upgrade everyone. I feel like I don't need this, but Yeah, look at that 90 evasion. Like, we're already running it down enough. At least my like main hitters, like everyone I depend on, we'll get their upgrades. I don't really care about everyone else right now. It'll take too long if I want to do everyone.
Please stop by again. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Please stop by again.
Okay, Spring's wonderful. Sold half my inventory. She got an airship. Wait. The buyer is the daughter of a weapons dealer I know. She got an airship, so transportation. Oh? What was her name again? With Cerberus the dog? Sounds like you're doing pretty alright for yourself. We know her. Small world.
Indeed.
Woman's crazy. All she did was mumble something, then she stabbed me. And of all the days for Isabel to be out, I managed to bandage myself up, but if I were any weaker, it would have been the end for me. Seems he's applied first aid already, although I believe all he did was tape the wound shut. Excuse me? Seems pretty tough, so I doubt he'll have any danger of dying, but I suppose we'll just have to check on Isabel in his spell once back. Did the fucking lady stab him? Lindsay? Come on.
What would you like? Please stop by again sometime.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Something happened.
No way, did you?
There's this guy who's been making lots of noise in the area lately. All he ever did was yell, "I'm the best," so I figured I would give him a little test. So you're the one who stabbed him? No way. Oh, this sounds like quite the pickle. I swear I didn't mean anything by it. I mean, yeah, maybe I do stab the people I'm infatuated with on occasion, but that guy's not even my type. But you still stabbed him, right?
So instead of being a crime of passion, it's just a simple case of assault.
Man, what should I do?
Well, you're gonna need to help the guy get patched up first, then you apologize. Come on, get moving. He could bleed out any second.
Alright, please excuse me.
Lindsay took some bandages from the shelf and rushed off.
She got me a little worried, honestly.
Maybe we should go check on them?
Yeah, I want to see how this plays out. We come back. He's stabbed again. Oh, he's not moving. She finished the job. I think that should be it. How does it feel?
A little better. You have any experience with this sort of thing?
Yeah, I'm so glad. See, I read about how to do this stuff like this in a book about torture methods once. The point was to heal the victim so you can extend their suffering.
This girl's crazy. Seriously, stabbing me out of nowhere? She was so fast too. Even my boxer instincts, I couldn't react. Thought I'd finally train myself to be the best. Does this mean I need to work even harder?
Get stabbed, get stabbed. The statute of limitations for my last incident was about to set to expire soon. She will stay down here forever.
This year marks the 98th anniversary of this long-standing event, which has already drawn a bustling crowd of students and other attendees.
Right. Rika's been pulling in customers all by herself lately.
What can I get for you? Thanks for
I
shopping.
love buying the hot pot.
What are you looking at?
Sounds fun.
Oh no! Rosalie's here. And Tao? I hate it. This is the worst spot in the game.
Can I help you? Come again.
People topside seem pretty excited for it. They don't know about the festival. But I guess we'll talk with all of them. We'll start with Rosalie first, but she's silly.
These damn fixers, to think they'd have the CID on their side.
That Zacked Arms woman. Figured you got picked up by Hercules after what happened on Nemeth Island. How'd you end up here? Unfortunately, ZA managed to bail her out. With a not insignificant sum of money, I might add. She's free for the moment, but someone must keep an eye on her at all times. That being said, it seems she's been leading a rather miserable life here in the Blacklight District.
Miserable? I'm living life to the fullest, damn you. Dealing with this old lady's bad enough, but now I've got to handle you twerps? Today's really not my day. Huh. Old lady?
Wait, wasn't she the one who ran that cheap T-phone scam? Guess she also got her bail paid.
It's those brats in the bracer. Now, no need to be so crass. You see, I was quite impressed by that prototype military monster I bought a while back. That's why I've been hoping to make better friends with you, young lady. Huh. Well, whatever you're planning, I'm busy. Now that I owe the company, I need to start making something to repay him. But as soon as I do, I'll make sure every bastard that crossed me regrets they were ever born. Maybe it's time I start developing that new weapon of mine. Doesn't sound like she learned from her mistakes. That's right. No one can outmatch your villainy. Say, why don't we join up together? With our brains combined, we can come up with the king of all scams. I already told you, scamming's beneath me. And anyways, you're getting in the way of my work. Can't you go somewhere else? Oh, don't be like that. Why don't you hear me out over a cup of tea?
The longer I listen, the messier it gets. Maybe we should get going.
My geese is out here talking like Ed, and Eddie.
This one's a wretch among wretches, I'm sure of it. Now, if only I could get her to team up with me, our names will go down in scamming history. She's a tough cookie, though. Well, I'll get her on my side one way or another. You know, I've considered opening my own workshop, but working for ZA is more convenient for me. Now, if only I could figure out how to get myself out of the situation. Can't even hear myself think over that old lady's blathering.
Tao, we should knock you one upside the head. How you doing?
I believe this is the first time we've all gone drinking together. Isn't that right, Gao Long? It is. I see a master of the art of intrigue drinks differently compared to one who follows the path of the warrior. Well, consider you now in line with line to be one of the next elders. I suppose you need to get used to it. Yes, there will be many more occasions in which you'll have to interact with people like me. Are you up for it? Talking to people is Sao's thing.
Alas, as the family head, the responsibility will fall to you.
Very well. For now, you can return to your shadows. Just know this, someday I will drag you into the light.
As things currently stand, I believe such a thing is impossible, but I look forward to seeing you make the attempt. Damn, can't even drink without them baring their teeth at one another. What's new? Hey, whatever happened to your right-hand man, Lao, wasn't it? You know, president of the Heiways Trading Crossbow Division? He joined the Lee family, isn't he?
I'm afraid he decided to stay with the Liu family for the time being.
He's Master Jin's instructor, after all. However, I'm hoping he'll decide to join the Lee family once Master Jin becomes of age.
It's like you guys are trying to hoard all the Gekka Masters. What, you gonna get Yin in too then?
I'm afraid that would be impossible even for us. You see, she's become a little too attached to Lady Ashen recently, but perhaps we can invite her to visit as a Liu family ambassador.
Okay, forget I asked.
Have we seen Risha this game? I don't remember if we've seen her yet.
Oh, Aaron, we haven't seen each other since Lunar New Year, no? Would you care to join us?
Well, the drinks are good. Don't want to be sober enough to listen to all your political talk.
Yes, we're drinking for the simple pleasure of it tonight. You're going to ruin the drink like that.
Like you have room to judge.
My way's better. Without proper stimulation, my thirst would never be quenched.
You know, maybe you're two more alike than you thought.
Oh?
To think I'd receive such high praise from you, Van.
It's not praise.
Alright. Dune, what's going on, man?
Got a question for you.
What? Are you freaking kidding me? The Edith Sweets contest is a battlefield that every participant worth his salt tries to work his way into. There's no way someone like me should be even taking part. My technique's just not up to it.
He's taking this more seriously than I expected.
Look, I understand how you feel, but you've been doing pretty well, don't you think? Gatada Dune was even showcased in a magazine recently. I mean, sure, but listen, if we don't find enough participants, the event's gonna suffer a huge setback. Just think of it as a lucky break, yeah?
And couldn't this be a chance to scope out the competition? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Well, I guess you're right. Alright, you got me. I'll just have to throw my best. Should also be able to brush on my skill in the meantime. Sounds good. I'll be seeing you at the competition then.
I'm not gonna bother with the rest. We're already here and we've done the rest. We might as well bother with the rest.
Come on over and say hello.
Had a few drinks. We love Blacklight. Big party. Kingpin will rip me a new one.
Hell yeah! Come on, man! Kick their ass already!
I think I'm in love.
I bet the farm on you!
It was just her, I think. Right? Yeah, it was everyone. Wait, not everyone. We forgot the house. This one, the strip club.
Buy something from me. I promise you won't regret it.
Or the little more than a strip club. I see. Also, why did my phone start going off?
Indeed.
Wait, how long was that playing? Wait, that was playing for 4 minutes?
Well,
was it like playing anything?
Indeed.
Damn. There was just like randomly a YouTube video playing. I mean, it was Doobie's announcement. I don't know why that was playing on my phone. Random Doobie jump scare. Okay, and last one, Old Town Mob Mart.
Well then, shall we?
Wonder if the last Force Brigand's just gonna be like a subway monster. Oh right, we might get a new newspaper. Completely filled the book section in the notebook. Achievement unlocked. Let's get it.
Trouble now.
How come these are
More
blue?
candy again. Stop by again.
Is it because clothes seem to be in full bloom? Can't never tell if she's lying or not. Oh? Dropped something? Oh, it's a cat sub-story.
More candy. Stop by again.
I should be reading these. Let's read the newspaper first, though. No, let's read the log first, and then go back. Did I ever tell you about the time I single-handedly planted all the clove trees in the capital? I remember a key falling out of my pocket back then. Probably got buried in the roots somewhere. Perhaps we'll find that key. Anyways, newspaper time. Ramus Academy Festival breaking new ground. For 3 days starting today, April 12th, the Rammus Academy will host its annual festival. This year's festival will feature a number of new experimental attractions to distinguish itself from past year's efforts. The following report was written by a Terrell Times journalist who went to see the festival in person. As envisioned by the founder of our Rammus Academy, Rammus Gainsborough, the festival was intended to be an event in which students can demonstrate their free thinking and creativity to the world at large. In light of that goal, all preparations for and management of the festival have traditionally been left in the hands of the student body. We'll just skim it. When asked for comment, the president of Rammus Academy Student Council, Ren Bright, said, "Though this festival may be unlike those of previous years, I firmly believe our efforts are in line with the ideals of our school's founder. Our intention is to promote diversity and harmony through our theme called A New Season Together, and to achieve that end, we've brought together the minds and talents from all over. It was thanks to this kaleidoscope of perspectives among our student body that we can put on a festival that embodies such a theme." Although Ren was kind enough to explain the festival's concept to us, its novelty has already spoken for itself. Visions of Calvard's Republic's duty. The Calvard Republic's duty presented at debate. The points and issues presented during last month's political symposium at the Trion Mall continues to be discussed within the public arena, with the issue of the international trade imbalances, economic inequality, environmental issues in the East, and the state of international crime weighing on everyone's minds. The ICO organized debate addressed a hotly contested subject: what responsibility should the Republic bear on the international stage? President Gramhart, in response, reaffirmed that the Republic would serve as a leading player in that very sphere. The Republic wields power and influence, the likes of which other nations do not, said President Gramhart. We are leaders in the international technological sphere, both in terms of funding and the creation of a consolidated communication standard, and our military is capable enough to equal that of the Empire, ensuring our ability to establish ourselves all across the continent. This could be the beginning, or rather the foundation of a period of change that will secure the Republic as a position as the center of the continent itself. In that sense, I believe it's our duty to ensure we have a foothold we need to pull the world along with us into the new era. Senator Ryan agreed that the Republic must be acknowledged as one of the continent's leading superpowers and accepted the assertion that the Republic has a responsibility to play a central role. However, he also argued that if the Republic were simply to step in and take the reins in transforming the international community, the concentration of influence that would place upon the Republic imposes as many problems as it solves. In Senator Ryan's words, although the Republic's position of power is indisputable, I believe that we should strive to collaborate with our fellow nations for the prosperity of all. By attempting to make the Republic the center of the world in all fields, we run the risk of disaster if, for instance, the foundation for a particular industry collapses. Even setting aside the risks of over-centralization, it would result in our country relying excessively on its own ability to continue to grow, both economically and technologically. If, however, instead we grow alongside our fellow nations, forging bonds of trust and mutual aid, we will both mitigate those risks and, most importantly of all, stay true to the ideal of a diversity that our nation aligns with. Idealistic though his vision may have sounded, Senator Ryan went on to hold up the Western Zemuria Tech Union as an example of how achievable his goals were. The union's precedent, he argued, proves that a diplomatic framework based around reciprocal relationships in the field of industry and technology is both plausible and desirable. President Gramhart acknowledged the reality of the risk that Senator Ryan described and accepted that his proposal held merit. He also, however, stated that we cannot dismiss the possibility that global issues we have not even begun to consider could present themselves at any moment, and that an international community founded solely upon equality and reciprocity would be insufficient to stand up against such a crisis. There must be a nation prepared to spearhead the charge, come what may, and it's our responsibility to shoulder that burden. In the current day, the Republic stands at the pinnacle of Zemuria militarily, economically, and technologically, and in numbers of other fields. Many citizens of the Republic take pride in that fact. That said, it's also true that very few people have a specific image in mind of how the nation must change and adapt in light of the state of affairs. In that sense, it feels reasonable to say that the recent debate between the President and Senator Ryan posed the perfect opportunity for all the Republic's citizens to think about what our nation should become, both in isolation and in relation to the rest of the world. Here we are for science, talking about the desertification, which has always interested me. Hope and wisdom at the International Environmental Symposium. On the same day as the political debate, Professor Latoya Hamilton took to the podium at a symposium
put together by the same organization to discuss the environmental issues that have plagued the eastern half of the continent for the past several years. The professor spoke about the results of current restoration efforts as well as the outlook for the region's future. In the past, Professor Hamilton succeeded in laying the cornerstone for the greening of desert regions in the Principality of Alcine by conducting geological surveys in the capital and securing a consistent source of water. The professor has also conducted research on the lands in Northumbria that were rendered infertile by the Salt Pail incident, seeking a means to restore them both to a usable state. Salt Pail mention. The professor also hopes to apply the expertise she gained over her investigations to identify the cause of the gradually expanding infertile region in the east. For the past several years, those goals have been the chief focus of her research. According to her findings, the direct cause of the devastation in the east is the depletion of septium veins, which has destabilized the environmental conditions necessary to maintain plant life and increase the likelihood of assorted natural disasters. The root cause of the septium depletion, however, remains unknown. The professor stated that investigations regarding that matter would continue noted. As long as the cause of the issue remains unclear, we can't guarantee that the septium decay has ravaged the east won't occur in other parts of the continent as well. We cannot treat this matter as someone else's problem. In regards to the land's revitalization experiments the professor carried out over the course of her survey, she explained that compared to the region she worked on in the central east, which suffered from a lack of water, but ample septium deposits, revitalizing lands in the far east have proven much more difficult. That said, though, applications of the technology developed in Northumbria, she believes that there's still a very real chance of success in that long term. At the conclusion of her talk, Professor Hamilton offered this thought: within knowledge lies hope for humankind. Throughout history, it is through wisdom and understanding that we have overcome countless trials and saved countless lives. It is imperative that we never give up on wielding our knowledge to the fullest potential. According to the ICO, multiple businesses and organizations chose to contribute material or funding to the professor's efforts, and declared that they would send what relief they could to the east following her eye-opening symposium speech. And then the Goaty Lamb collaboration film finally wraps up. This is all like movie talk. But a few people, their styles are clashing. Nina Fenley said, I could talk your ear off about what makes this film so great, but I'd like to draw attention to the scenes about Michelle's past. I know that a promotional image showing Michelle standing by a ruin on the southern island has garnered a fair bit of attention, and while I don't want to spoil any of the details, I'll say that the scene is related to the most closely guarded secret of her past. It was strange. When we filmed that scene, it almost felt like I'd become Michelle herself. So more so than ever before, I hope that experience will help me portray her on a deeper level from now on. As previously announced, a portion of these proceeds of the film will be donated towards the reconstruction of Cray Village. Newspaper complete. Political stuff, sciencey stuff.
Time for a traffic update around
Educating the youth is vital importance. Can I go now? Seen any movies lately? At the theater every night? If you got them, hand them. Oh, we can give her our brochures. Got any brochures? We will hand over our brochures. Looks like a pretty good selection to me. Now, what do I want to see? I can always decide later. Anyways, thanks for your hard work. Why don't you take this as compensation? She's just holding on to this? Wait, I've seen this before. It's some sort of crystal, right? Onyx steel. It's used to make all kinds of powerful weapons. Mr. Card taught me how to process it, actually. If you want, I should be able to turn it into something useful. Nice. Thanks a lot, Jin. It's nothing more than some scrap I found on the street. Honestly, I'm just grateful you took it off my hands. Oh, look at us. Look at us. We can go crazy and make a cool weapon.
Thank you all for stopping by.
Let's make a save. Who deserves the weapon? How much do we get out of like giving this to like reset? 889 to 919. Eh. Guess it's all kind of the same. Onyx steel blade that can split the heavens, eternal light, howling whir in combat, mystical beast,
Shines under the moonlight. Pulse gun that measures and captures light itself. Alright, as our arts nuker, maybe we should give it to Catra. But as our nuker, we depend on Catra more for like the whale. Kisara's been at Aramis for about a week. Oh, we should probably go to the bathhouse before I forget. Yep, family's just excited to see Kisara's work.
Don't be such a stick in the mud.
I appreciate.
The temperature is just right.
I think this is the biggest party we've had for this.
Quite pleasant.
All right, back in business, baby.
You look nice and refreshed.
Yeah, we got the achievement for that too. I was worried that I forgot to do it at some point, but we got it every time this time. I think last game I forgot a section and I didn't get this achievement. Kyle. Hazard to die for. Sounds like they got something going on. Oh, the fish. Want another gelato? It's probably the request.
Something you're looking for in particular. Talk to you later.
Don't be such a stick in the mud.
The goddess of the sky is always watching over us.
Pharmaceutical skills. Making tear bombs. Hard worker. Can't wait to show him. Okay, we're almost there. Did we ever collect this chest? Why is there randomly a chest here that I've never seen before?
Beautiful. I love this.
How do we get to it? It's on the roof. It's on the roof. Wait, what is this? Maybe it'll open up from a request? Yeah, because I swear that wasn't there before. And they're looking up at something. Looks like the cat's mellowed out a bit. Wonder what happened. We should let them be for now. They need their rest. This one seems to be carrying something. Is it a key? Perhaps this is the key the old woman mentioned. Why don't we see if it works? On what? Oh. Look at that. Guess we just got lucky. The kitten, though. We thought it had gone missing. But do you think maybe it was just searching for that key instead? It certainly seems that way. Suppose this means the old lady really was telling the truth. Guess so.
I detect treasure.
Hacker time. Who put this hacking chest behind this gate? This rusted gate.
Leave it to me. Confirming surroundings. Confirming surroundings.
That's demonic of them to put this thing here.
This is kid stuff. No sweat. Confirming surroundings. No, I'll be more careful this time. 'Cause 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 'cause
That's probably like the closest I've ever seen one of those.
This is kid stuff. No sweat. That's a good law. Now do me a solid. I bypass inducting search. Confirming surround. I've got control of the system.
Himmel? The hero?
Shifting to maintenance mode.
Oh, it's another one of these. Who's using this one? Is this, oh, it says Ren, right? Saint's Arrow. What do we have with, Katra here? Chaos? There's a lot of things in here we don't use. Maybe we should actually give Katra Himmel. Because, like, of course it's Whale. Of course it's Nebulous. Maybe we'll also throw... yeah, Obsidia Ray. Ideal. We'll just make it so there's like good range. Mirage, water, time, mirage, space, fire, water, earth. So I just need a wind craft. Door Smasher's pretty good. Alright, now Katra can attack every element, I think, right? I'm not missing a color? Yeah, we're good.
The flowers are so beautiful. I love this.
Let's get out there and kick some butt.
Spring was always good. Never find that key of mine. We do not say a fucking
hard
word.
as always.
This arch driver is ours, lady.
Looking is always free, you know. Come see us again sometime.
Why would he take Brazzelli to the festival without proper escorts? We did see them. Then more comments on Kisara being at the school.
Why don't we see?
I've been trying to catch a legendary fish in Dirk Memorial Park recently. There it is. Our legendary fish and a fight. We've yearned for combat.
Would you care for some flowers?
Time for a traffic update around the Edith.
I feel like maybe we should do like the combat right now. I kind of want to do a fight.
Let's be on our way.
And I feel like we got a lot more talking ahead of us if we're gonna do like the other two Force Brigands here. So let's just like get this yearning out of my system. The same as like Shizuna trying to fight Van. Also, I think my dog fell asleep. I can kind of feel him snoring on my foot. Better than him being like freaked the fuck out of his mind from the fireworks.
To get the upper hand.
I suggest we strike now.
Over here, all for you.
Jeez. That felt like a seizure warning. Alright, Van back shot.
You're crushed.
Our chance! Output maximized.
Let's get, I guess the whale.
Initializing drive.
It's always the whale.
Initiating drive. Go!
Ascent!
Here goes. Shine.
Yeah, so she's never gonna run out of craft points.
Activating skill.
She makes it all back the moment she casts that.
Initiating drive. Go!
Ascent!
I say I yearned for fights, but then like that was just like the touch of like 2 buttons. Oh, because that wasn't the real fight. I see. I don't think I've ever heard this song before. What? Like, it's kind of fire. Oh, I've heard this. Okay.
Over here! All for you! Go, Catra!
Blossom for me. I'll protect you.
Chance!
Here's my chance. Full boost. Initiating drive. Ha! We're set.
Get blasted.
One skill coming right up. Gotcha.
A real fight.
Activating skill.
Here I go. Full boost.
Kind of.
Where it hurts. Initiating drive. Set. One skill coming right up.
Fight is over-exaggerating when they don't get a chance to hit back
One skill coming right up.
and get blasted by the whale.
Keep it full boost. Initiating drive.
Unleash your...
Right now. We're set. One skill coming right up. Full boost.
Like, Reset doesn't stop.
Activating drive.
One skill coming right up. Full boost.
Reset has to stop.
Initiating drive. Here I go.
Make it count! There!
Gotcha.
Okay, the fully amped up Catras Edith though.
Activating skill.
Here goes!
Big damage.
Up to you, Reset!
Activating jump.
I'm going!
Now, unleash your full power. Activating drive.
A chance.
Okay, we need to get Reset back into casting.
Reset.
I should be using my items.
Here. Keep it up. It's working.
Make it count!
We're gonna use our items.
Going all in!
There!
Gotcha.
Activating skill.
Items were made to be used.
Use it, hero.
This would be an ideal time. Activating drive.
Going all in!
Activating there. Gotcha. Best upgraded.
Items didn't need to be used. I don't think she attacked after she healed up.
That takes care of that.
Achievement for all arch drivers too?
Reward deposited.
Yeah, we're definitely finishing this game next week. 1000%.
Very soothing.
Opening planner. Navigation point set.
Let's finish off this cooking side quest.
Well then, shall we?
And then big fishing. And then whatever the main story does.
So relaxing.
We checked with everyone in Old Town. Yeah, everyone's been checked in with.
Let's get out there and kick
Kind
some
of.
butt.
Which should I pick?
Yeah, Raymond and Carol stopped by. Sure. Everything is good. Too good. Oh, hey. Zen and Kilika? Bermati, Isabel, and Hermes. This is rather unusual, or maybe not. Well, it's been a while since we last had a meal together.
We were just having a review of everything that happened. Like that almost coup?
I mean, there's only like a handful of people that remember, right? Don't you think you should just forget about it? I'm afraid we can't do that. We must ensure that nothing of this nature happens in our organization again. I suppose we owe President Gramhart a favor now. I doubt it would be so easy to return.
Sounds like we got a lot of work on our hands. You know, I always refused the offer to advance S rank because I've never been able to fully commit myself. I allowed myself to ignore my responsibilities simply because I thought they were beyond me. And that weakness was exactly what the Garden Master needed. I feel as though I need to retrain myself. There's no way I can settle things with Walter like this.
Tin.
To be fair, I don't think there was any way to prepare for it at all. But I know neither of you are the type to be satisfied with words alone. Well, I guess to make the most of your year review, alright? I'll be counting on you in the future. By the way, we received word from the Empire's branch. Said they should be here by evening. And
Are we gonna see Fee again? Good, it's been a while. I look forward to seeing her again. Have preparations been made, Kincaid?
Given the events of last month, I believe our plan should be sufficient. What are they talking about? Actually, maybe it's better I don't know.
But isn't Van?
I've heard the festival has been a great success so far. Huh. Sure ain't a group you see every day. I mean, I knew you guys were all familiar, but...
It's not so strange. We actually help each other out with all kinds of things, above and below ground. And sometimes we'll even go drinking after. Nice to see you, Van. By the way, you haven't been involved in any scuffles lately, have you? No wounds, lacerations? The hunt for Desire members seems to be winding down lately, which means the underworld is seeing less movement by the day. And where there's fewer fights, there's fewer patients. Seriously, my income's starting to take a hit.
Well, I think it's a little more. I think a little more peace around here could do us some good.
My information network's been slowing down as well.
I suppose there's just not much to talk about these days.
However, I did happen to hear that a certain someone will be getting busy soon. Isn't that right, Hermes? Yeah, my real job's got something big coming up. And I've had to spend a hell of a lot of time preparing for it. My, sounds like you have a story to tell. Care to elaborate? Yeah, no kidding. You can't just say something like that and expect us not to be curious. Can't I? Let's have a little drinking contest then. If you beat me, I'll tell you all the details. Awfully confident, aren't we? Alright, I'm in. Should be nice to let loose for once.
She's got no intention of telling him, does she? Her real job, huh? Can't say I'm not interested, but I guess I'll leave it be for now.
Alright, we made plans to head to the festival later, but we're already a few drinks in. Well, it should be fine as long as we make it to the show. I'll be more than satisfied. Where you find the time for these things is beyond me. I won't be going personally, but I'll probably get Hermes to give me a rundown later. I'll be cheering you from on the sidelines. Dominique? Grammy, what are you doing here? It's been a while since I've had Victor's food, so I figured why not stop by? Is this where you've been staying nowadays, Judith? Getting to eat such delicacies every day sounds like someone's getting a bit uppity. No, well, that's not. And Victor, any thoughts on what we talked about last time?
I'm flattered that you think so highly of me, but...
Oh? What are you two scheming about?
Stop sticking your nose in everything.
You see, I've got an acquaintance that's the owner of a high-class restaurant. He wanted me to ask Victor if he'd be willing to come work for him. So I did.
Sounds like the opportunity of a lifetime. Wouldn't you be making bank? I can't just leave Montmartre. And I have to think about Paulette and Yume as well.
It would be quite sad if this place disappeared.
Yeah, where else would I get my food?
Well, here's my suggestion, Victor. Instead of working there full-time, you go as a consultant once a month. Then in addition, I'm sure you can even have some of their chefs come over to help you out with Montmartre. How does that sound?
I think I can do that.
Great! Good talking business with ya. You should be showing off your cooking to the whole world. Can't keep it locked up in Montmartre forever, you know. Wow, I can't believe she got him to agree.
I suppose it's to be expected of someone with such skill.
Oh, I'd hate for Montmartre to shut down. I mean, even my famous friends love to eat here, like President Rocksmith and the Roaring Lion.
Hold on a sec. Are you telling me you not only know the former president of the Republic, but my master too?
How did you even meet all these people? It's a good idea, yeah. Consultancy is peak. Victor can be making the big bucks by only going there once a month. So can you make us our food? Oh, we didn't read the books. Or we did read the books? He can just only make the big meals.
Take care out there. What's on the menu? We seen ya. Pick something already. Take care out there.
Hold on. While we're here, we should try and cook upstairs. Still no liquor.
You may leave this to me. There's no need to be shy.
I'll give it a try.
I'm gonna have to find out where I can farm that
I hope
before the
you
game
like it.
ends. There's got to be a store somewhere that sells it.
Now for the latest news from our news desk. You're having a good one, listener.
Maybe I didn't check the
I see
general
you're
store.
working hard. Looking is always free, you know.
No liquor
Come see us
here.
again sometime.
Their annual school festival.
Thank you all for stopping by.
I doubt they'd have
Allow
anything
me to
but.
assist. Hope to see you again.
We won't be cooking. Victor, my man, go cook in the festival.
Got a question for you.
So, that's what happened, huh? Sounds like some real bad luck. But you know that contest of theirs is only for the best of the best in the business, right? To think you believe my skills are up to par. Well, as much as I appreciate the thought, I really don't think it's the sort of place the owner of a simple bistro belongs. Listen, I get what you're trying to say, but with the way things are now, the contest isn't even going to happen this year. There's just not enough participants. What if I put it like this? If those girls of yours found out that you got to take place in such a prestigious competition, standing among the very best in the industry, don't you think they'd be proud?
Maybe it's my own personal bias speaking, but I'm a really big fan of all the food you make here. I think you'd be a great addition to the contest. Yeah, me too.
Sheesh, you sure are making it hard for me to refuse. Taking on such a big job so suddenly would really put me in a bind, though. But I know Yume has been looking forward to this festival for a while now. Guess I don't mind doing it for her. Alright, you can count me in.
Something tells me he's way more excited than he looks.
Great, we'll see you at the contest then. Looks like we've rounded up all the participants. Let's go report back to Andalusia.
Monmar is so relaxing.
Yeah, we'll go to Andalusia. No, we'll do the
Such a
fish.
stick in the mud.
Something. Talk to you later.
I want a fish.
Oh, well, if it isn't Van. Did you see that request we put up on the bulletin board?
Yeah, I saw it. Said you wanted to consult with us about a legendary something or other, right? Yeah, I think I found a legendary fish over in the lake at Dirk Memorial Park. But no matter how many times I try to catch it, the thing just keeps slipping away. Wait, you're trying to fish up the Lord of the Lake? This should be interesting.
I'm still a beginner at fishing myself. It's much more complicated than I thought it'd be.
I mean, I've got a few catches under my belt, sure, but I'm nowhere near as good as you guys. Knowing that, you still want us to take the job?
Yeah, as long as you're willing, of course. What do you say?
Alright, we'll take the job. Tell me more.
Nice. First, let me tell you about the target. Put it simply, it's not your average carp, that's for sure. It's apparently believed to be over 200 years old. Over 200?
That would mean it's been around since before Calvard was even a republic.
It's like a living piece of history.
Can you guys hear my dog the way I feel my dog? Like, I'm gonna be quiet. Let me know if you guys hear him. I'm also gonna mute the game. Let me look at my mic. Okay, yeah, it's not going through.
It's like a living piece of history. However, there haven't been many sightings of it in the past few years. I mean, some people were even saying it had died. But then 3 weeks ago, Kyle finally managed to spot it.
I was just fishing out on the lake last night. But then I saw it. The Magna Garvel. Garvelzi? It's an old catfish that hides itself deep in the lake's caverns. That fish has seen many a challenger, but none who succeeded.
Catfish, so called because of their cat-like whiskers that grow on their face.
Or they're carnivorous too. They'll eat anything and everything.
Oh, I had S catch one for me once. It was so yummy. How kind of him. You two seem to have an awful lot of experience in the wilderness.
I'm surprised to see you were able to see anything at night.
It gets rather dark in that area. Actually, something weird happened right before the fish appeared. It was an earthquake. Can't have been a coincidence. I've read ancient manuscript that mentioned stuff like this happening before.
When the ire of a catfish wakes, the earth beneath your feet shall quake. We have a saying like that in the East as well. But to actually witness such an event, how interesting.
Think I heard something about an abyss worm around the park too. Maybe that's what brought the fish out. Well, regardless, you said you've been having a hard time catching it, right? Yeah, it's frustrating.
It is legendary after all. Wouldn't be so impressive if you could catch it with a single worm. We also gave baiting it a try. Lost a lot of good rods that way. But didn't we hear something about a super sturdy fishing rod recently?
Yes, it's called the Rod of the Heavens. It's said to have been used by General Atkinson over 100 years ago.
General Atkinson? Olger Atkinson. He was Sheena Dirk's right-hand man in the Calvardian Revolution. He was half Eastern as well. This rod of his, it has a lot of inscriptions on it, right? Yeah, that's what they say. I actually found a passage on it in one of Sheena Dirk's personal memoirs. Apparently General Atkinson managed to hook the catfish with that rod once. He got away from him in the end, though. So even the general couldn't catch it.
So even the general couldn't catch it. Sounds like this thing will be quite the opponent. Anyways, you want us to find that fishing rod for you.
Ding ding, you guessed it.
And just so you know, from what Ahab told us, your best bet is going to the Blacklight District. He wanted us to give up looking for it because of how dangerous it gets down there.
So that's why you sent out a Force Brigand, right?
An antique fishing rod that found its way to the Blacklight District. Well, pretty sure we know at least one person that could find it.
You're talking about Yamai, right? Sounds like you guys know just the person to ask. Does that mean we can leave this Darkrite Solutions for now?
Of course. We'll get you that rod in no time.
Let's start this 4SPG, shall we?
Don't be such a...
Fish.
Well then, shall we?
My foot is getting very hot underneath my dog. I kind of want to move, but I don't want to interrupt his sleep.
Guess I'll check out the arena.
Let me ask you something.
You're talking about General Atkinson's fishing rod. Oh, you're right. It came through here a little while back.
I'm surprised it actually exists.
What, do you happen to know where it went? Come on now. You really think I'd just tell you because you asked? After all, it would be nice to have you owe me a favor. Then again, maybe this is fate.
Fate? How so?
That rod you're looking for is a strange one. They say it chooses its wielder. I did my best to try and stake a claim to it, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. It's pretty strange.
I'm gonna move my foot. It's getting a little unbearable. Sorry, boy.
I feel bad.
Well, he's definitely awake now. But it didn't look like he moved that much, so he probably just went back to sleep.
It's pretty strange.
You think so? Stuff like that is in all sorts of fairy tales.
Well, whether it's true or not, the rod didn't choose me. Last I heard, it was over at Khan's Soba stall. Makes sense. Khan's always had a thing for fishing.
He's the owner over in Satan District, correct?
That's right. He's a pretty respectable guy when it comes down to it. Comes by sometimes to look for Eastern cooking tools. Thanks for the info. We'll pay you back when we get a chance.
Hansa actually moved his stall over to Arambos for the festival. He should be by the front gates, I believe. That's right. He's been rather popular with the students lately.
Let's get moving then.
Everything ties back to Albert.
Off we go.
Come on in and eat your
Daddy,
fill.
hurry!
Gonna eat something?
Got a question for you.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's taken this long to do the housekeeping. We're already almost 3.5 hours in. I thought we would be done with this in like 2 hours.
The rod of heaven, huh? Never thought you'd be the one coming to look for it. Yeah, well, someone pointed us in your direction. You have it? I had it. Had it. What, you already gave it away? I loaned it out to an old fishing friend of mine. What'd you need it for? A client of ours is hoping to use it to catch some legendary fish. Legendary fish? You mean the Magna Garvezel? Oh, you know it. Guess that makes our job easier. See, they managed to spot the thing a couple of weeks ago. You know, I am not much of a fisherman myself anymore. Maybe this is fate. The rod is yours.
Are you sure?
They say the Rod of Heavens has gone from hand to hand ever since time of the ancients. That being said, neither me or my fishing friend had much time to make use of it. That's why I'd like to give it to you. At least then it'll have the chance to do what it was made for.
You're really just gonna hand it over? Fishermen are a strange breed indeed. Well, it wouldn't be the first time we met some real weirdos.
Anyways, who's this old fishing friend that you lent the rod to? That would be Bishop Orwell.
A bishop that likes to fish? I suppose that's not uncommon.
Wouldn't have expected you guys to be so close. Yeah, some fishing just has a way of bringing people together. Indeed it does. At any rate, I'm sure he'd be willing to part with that rod if you talk to him. I'll be leaving my dream to you then. Go, use your newfound strength to secure our official legend. You got it.
Gonna eat something?
I forget if I remember this correctly, but I think
Spring already?
if I'm not
Time sure
mistaken,
flies,
they
though.
only added fishing to trails because they heard that the CEO of like Falcom liked fishing, so they just like threw it in there, and then it just stuck.
I should offer up another prayer.
Let us pray.
Oh, adios.
At least back in the day.
Let me ask you something.
So, that rod's the tool you need to catch a legendary fish, is it? Alright, please wait here a moment. Sure. Well, here it is.
Easy.
Nice, thanks a lot. You know, something about this rod does seem a little intense.
Is it maybe made out of star steel? It's possible. We actually call it onyx steel in Calvard, though. It's an alloy made from a combination of black Zemurian ore. I believe it's been used to make some of the world's most powerful weapons.
Come to think of it, we just got some from Jin, didn't we?
Oh, that's a cool conversation check.
I'm not certain of the exact material it's made from. However, I do know that this rod was once favored by the great General Atkinson. If that's all you need from me, may Idios bless you in the future endeavors. I pray that you manage to resolve the General's last lingering regret. Yeah, that was a pretty tall order, don't you think? Oh well, leave it to us.
Let's report back to our clients.
Oh, adios.
Can we just go fish it up ourselves? They have to take us to the fish.
Let's be on our way.
Guys, I got your rod. You're back.
A fishing rod.
Nice, I knew you could do it.
Yep, here it is. Rod of the heavens, just like you asked. So, that's the case closed, right?
Well, not exactly. What do you mean? You see, we were all talking it over and we kind of have a feeling we're not the ones the rods will choose. Yeah, I mean, you were the ones who went through all the trouble of finding it for us. If the rod chose anyone, it'll probably be you.
Hold up, I'm pretty sure this wasn't part of the original deal.
You're really okay with us catching a legendary fish for you?
Yeah, fate placed it in your hands after all.
We can always cheer you on from the sidelines. When you're ready to head out and catch the big one, come find us. We'll tag along.
Why do I have to do all the hard work?
Well, obviously it's because you're the most qualified. Yeah, you're the leader. If you don't do it, who will?
Careful. Talk him up any more and his head will turn into a balloon. Maybe I am the right man for the job. Let me fish. It's time.
Guess it's finally time. This is going to be great. You ready, Van?
Yeah, let's get going. The group made their way to Dirk Memorial Park, hoping to catch their legendary fish. Well, here we are. Sure this is where you last saw the fish?
Yep, this is definitely the place. We're gonna have to fight a worm, aren't we? Whoa! An earthquake? But this is the only area that was shaking.
There's no mistake, that fish has to be close. So it's just like you said. Let's try and track it down with Charge Search. Magna Garvezel, you're about to be seafood. Oh no.
We're catching this fish.
Let's do this thing.
There!
Big. Cool fish.
That's it.
This can't be it. It looks too easy. I feel like I'm gonna have to fight my life for this
Nice.
fish.
I got one. There.
Oops.
Let's do this thing.
Oh, here it is. Let's get this one though because we haven't caught it.
That's it. Ha. Got myself a whopper. There.
Indeed.
That's it.
Oh, this one's zooming.
Think I caught me a rare one. Let's do this thing. Alrighty. There.
Indeed.
Let's do this thing. There. That's it. Ha. Got myself a whopper.
Is that the one I was missing? Yep.
Indeed.
All right. Now for the Lord of the Lake.
There.
Magna Garvezel. Your ass is cooked.
That's it. This is a big one.
Damn, just like that. Oh, free Zerum capsule on a lot of Sepith. That was probably the easiest Lord of the Lake in all of Trails. Is this it? He did it. Woohoo! I just knew you had it in you. You were amazing, Van.
Damn, that sure was a big-ass fish.
A little too easy, though. Was that actually the fish?
Hey, is it really okay that I fished that thing up?
It's too late for regrets now.
Hate to admit it, but there's no way we could have caught it without your help, Van.
That's right. By the way, I managed to get a pretty cool picture of it, too. I'm sure this will do big numbers on social.
What a remarkable catch.
Ahab? Grandpa!
Hey, you came.
Aren't you Makino and Kyle's grandfather? You came all the way out here yourself? You're not just some average Joe, are you?
Well, a fisherman always has to be aware of his surroundings, after all. But for you to fish up something even General Atkinson couldn't catch, congratulations on a job well done. You know, given your skill, you might just be able to join the 8 Fishing Wizards someday. 8 Fishing Wizards?
Oh yeah, the 8 Fishing Wizards. I may not be some expert fisherman, but even I've heard of them. They're men of refinement who have managed to reach the very peak of their fishing careers. The rods they wield are said to split the oceans.
Split the oceans? They sound fake as hell.
Well, they're definitely not. I know one of them. Not sure about the rest, but I'm pretty confident that that guy pulled it off.
Where do you even find these people? World's a big place, I guess.
Yeah, there's all sorts of people out there.
Anyways, it's pretty fun, guys. I think I might just take fishing up as a hobby again.
Long as you keep using that rod, you'll be aces. Think we should start heading back, though. I've got to upload these as pictures.
But that van and the rest escorted their clients back to the bathhouse.
That takes care of that.
Reward deposited.
Yeah, because I don't even know if I've captured every single fish in the game. Every other Lord of the Lake requires you to, like, get every fish in the game, no?
In the mud.
Planner launched.
Yeah, what are we at? How many fish are we missing? It won't tell me. Unless I've caught all of them. Oh, I have definitely not caught all of them. We need to find about half of them. Yikes.
Was straight from the Tyrell Time.
Okay. And last but not least,
Let's be on our way.
Man, I'm gonna be up hella late tonight. I hope I wake up on time
Welcome to
tomorrow.
Andalusia Patisserie.
Hey, we're back. And we managed to get all 4 participants. Really?
It would appear they've arrived just in time for introductions.
Yeah. I came like you told me to.
I must say, this is quite the lineup.
Excellent. First off, I'd like to thank you all for joining us on such a sudden request.
Aren't you the owner of Lockmart? You're the one for the restaurant over in Longport. Oh, and you're that patissier Mr. Holland's been raving about. I think you even convinced the proprietor of LeBureau's boutique to join as well. I have no doubt this will be a competition for the ages. I know we're only filling in for the big leagues, but I'll make sure to give it my all.
Yes, I shall do my utmost to succeed.
This is going to be one hell of a contest, that's for sure. I heartily agree. Well, since we're running out of time, why don't we get started on the preparations? I'll be distributing the materials to each of you. Oh, before I forget, Hardware Solutions. Once again, I thank you for all your help. The event will begin shortly, so please see your way to the designated location. Roger that. Roger that.
Following a quick debriefing session and a short rehearsal, preparations were made to begin the event. Once everyone was ready, the curtains were finally raised on the Aramis Sweets contest. My apologies for keeping you all waiting. Welcome once more to the Battle of the Patissiers, the Edith Sweets contest. This time, however, we plan to present to you a new version of our competition, the Aramis Sweets contest. Oh, you made it.
Yeah, just barely. I heard that Grandpa's gonna be making some sweets. I'm super excited to taste them. Thanks for giving me a heads up about the contest starting, Agnes. I'm ready to report. And sorry you had to remind me to do my job. Got a little distracted by all the booths. That's alright. I'm just glad you made it in time.
And now, without further ado, allow me to introduce the first round of our contest. Our beginning theme will be a sweet fit for the students. Those judging our contest this time will be a few Aramis students, as well as some recent alumni.
As both the former student council president and representative of the graduates, I will do all that I can to act as a strict and impartial judge. Well, I'm just glad to be here. But don't worry, I take the quality of my sweets super seriously. I'll make sure to judge them well.
I look forward to seeing what everyone decides to make.
Honestly, I don't really care. I don't really know much about sweets. Not sure why I was chosen for this.
Why don't you just quit then? That way I can give everyone perfect scores. I'm sure that'll give my transcript a boost.
What the heck are you mumbling about? Oh, that certainly seems excited. Aw man, I wanted to be a judge too.
Yeah, wish they would have asked me. No kidding. Just the smell makes me hungry.
The 2 contestants with the highest scores in the first round will earn the right to participate in our finals. And with that, let us proceed to introducing the contestants and the desserts. First, coming all the way from LeBureau to share with us its flavors, we have Lila.
Hello everyone, it's wonderful to meet you. This dish I prepared today is my flowery gelato. It uses the essence of one of LeBureau's edible flowers to create a fragrant and sweet treat. Please enjoy.
Made from LeBureau, huh? Never expected someone like that to be participating.
The judges gorged themselves on gelato.
This is delicious, and the floral scent is simply remarkable. Oh, you're right, and the texture is great too.
That's not to mention how light the aftertaste is. The aroma isn't overpowering either.
Yeah, I guess it's alright. The ingredients seem to balance each other out pretty well. Honestly, you could probably serve this at some high-class restaurant.
She sounded so confident. Has she been a judge before?
Although the flavor is indeed rather elegant, it is likely to be displeasing to those who find the scent of flowers unappealing. 10 out of 10. Oh, there you have it. Let's continue with our next contestant. This shop spent its fair share of time in the spotlight recently. Please welcome the owner of Gâteau de Dune.
I'm really not sure. Or I'm really not used to this kind of attention, man. But anyways, let me introduce what I cooked up for you all.
This here is my orange piconeal. It's a recipe I'm pretty proud of. Put my blood, sweat, and tears into these things, so you brats better enjoy them. The judges shat down on the quenelle.
Oh my, the outside itself is so crispy, but the inside is light and airy. And the bits of orange peel add so much flavor.
The elasticity of the dough is simply perfect. I feel like I could eat thousands of them.
This canal thing's got kind of a strange shape, honestly. But I guess it's alright. Should probably be a little sweeter, though.
The fact that it's not is one of its strong points. Alright, let's move on to your next contestant. I'm sure all you gourmets out there know just who this bistro legend is. He's Victor, owner of the Montmar Bistro in Old Town. Nice, looks like it's Victor's turn.
Good luck, Grandpa.
Is that my Yume I hear? This one's for you, princess. Well, anyways, here's my caramel pudding. It may look simple, but I'll have you know I made this with only the most quality of ingredients. I hope it's to your liking. The judges pigged out on the caramel pudding.
The caramel flavor's so gentle, it's amazing. And the pudding's so soft, too. If we had this at our cafeteria, I'd eat it every day.
I'd never had caramel pudding this rich before. It's sweet, but somehow still feels fresh and unique.
I've been to Montmart a bunch of times. This pudding's my favorite thing on their menu.
Can't argue with that. I try to get some every time I stop by. It's a pretty classic dessert.
Judges, this is biased. We have 2 Montmart locals. Now let us continue. Our 4th and final contestant is all the rage in Longport. She's the owner of Life of Idan, the one and only Mei Shin.
It's a pleasure. I'm hoping to share a special treat with you all today. This is my Emerald Manto. Both the dough and the sauce are made from an original blend of black tea. However, the inside may still be a bit hot. Be careful when taking a bite. My stomach is growling. You've got this, Mei Shin.
The judges munched on a bit of mantou.
I've never tasted anything like this, so this is a delicacy from the East. It's so warm and tasty. The flavor's really addictive, too.
Black tea and dough, huh? This is a pretty interesting combo. I'm sure you'd have to have years of experience to make something this good.
This taste is a little unusual, but it's far from bad. I'm sure this could be pretty popular outside the East, too.
That's what I was gonna say. It's not only delicious, it's also unique. I think they'd sell really well if you opened a store here in the capital. Looks like the evaluations have all been tallied. I will now proceed to announce the results of the first round. The 2 contestants that will advance to the finals are Victor and Mei Shin.
Great job, Grandpa! Thank you very much.
Damn, I knew it was a shot in the dark, but I still had my hopes up. I really do have to work on my technique.
Well, I suppose allowing everyone to have a little taste of Liberal was enough for me. So those are the results, huh? They really put their backs into making all that.
They sure did. Still, having to stand by while they ate all that was torture. Damn, I should have asked them to make me one of the judges. Well, it certainly looks like you are all enjoying yourselves. Yeah, but I kind of wish I could have a few tastes of those treats. I figured that's what you'd say. And that's why I thought of another way to offer my thanks for your help.
No way, you can't mean...
Van gets to judge the final round. And now we've come to our final round. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Holland, the beloved owner of Andalusia and last year's contest winner. He'll be participating with our contestants. And last but not least, allow me to introduce our new judges.
That's an interesting lineup.
What a wide-ranging selection. Our first judge, he helps from the shadows, but can be lured out with a sweet treat or two. Van Arkride. Damn, gonna end up owing Holland big time for this, aren't I?
You've got this, Van. I don't think I've ever seen him so happy. I'm sure he'll want a picture of this.
Next on our roster, she's short, cute, and the very definition of a calming influence, Miss Toa.
Is that really what people think of me? I hope she manages to enjoy herself for once. She's always working so hard.
Our third judge is a very special guest from the world of horrible film. He's the celebrated director you all know and love, Director Goaty. And also in attendance is the woman who received the Best Actress Award at Tharbad's last film festival, Nita Fenley. You sure picked an interesting group to judge all this. This will be a hell of a contest, no doubt.
Yes, I agree. And personally, I'm really looking forward to seeing what everyone makes. Didn't expect to see those two here. How come they get to judge and I don't?
And finally, we managed to procure one last edition, and all the way from the Basel Institute of Science. He's the mastermind behind such inventions as the T-phone and a fair number of other contributions to society as well. Professor Cronkite. Using a contest to determine superiority in the culinary art seems a bit strange. In my opinion, taste differs from individual to individual. Young's as critical as ever, I see. Now let us proceed to the main event. The theme for this final round is classic confections. Let's see what our contestants have cooked up. First up is our former champion and the proprietor of Andalusia, Mr. Holland. It seems I have the honor of going first today. Since the theme is classic confections, I've prepared a tried and true creation of mine, possibly my most masterful to date. Behold the pistachio spring soiree.
You must be planning on adding it to the menu. Well, it wouldn't be the first time. Holland always comes up with new desserts.
The judges partook in the cake, savoring its many elegant flavors. Wow, the pistachios really got a full-bodied taste. The acidity of the berries mixed with the sweetness of the chocolate. Yeah, this is a pretty solid combo. Honestly, it sort of reminds me of the time I spent here in Aramis. Bittersweet memories of spring.
Well, I think Mr. Arkwright said everything that needs saying. I suppose if I were to add anything myself, I'd say it's really rich, yet light on the tongue. I certainly wouldn't mind having seconds.
This cake is crazy delicious. Someone remind me to call this guy for catering later.
Both the taste and texture are great quality. I can tell a lot of passion went into making this.
All the flavors have achieved a sensible harmony. I believe it would pair rather nicely with coffee. Next up, we have Victor of Montmartre.
Oh, that's...
I'll admit, it's a bit tough following such a celebrated professional. Well, anyways, I prepared my homemade tarte tatin for you all. Both my daughter and granddaughter grew up eating this. It's a pretty popular dessert in our household.
Hey, we've had that before.
Yeah, I remember it being really good. The judges tried a few bites of the tart, reveling in the tastes.
Phew, I don't even know where to start. Isn't this cheating, Victor? You already had my taste buds in a chokehold.
The caramelized apples are simply delectable. The pastry itself is crispy, but slightly moist as well. I can tell plenty of attention was paid to perfecting every detail.
Ugh, a single bite reminds you of a warm and welcoming family.
Yes, it most definitely does. However, it still manages to taste like a luxurious dessert. Delicious doesn't even begin to describe it.
I suppose it's not terrible. You can tell the chef took a great care in selecting his ingredients. I'm sure Zemuria and Catra would find the taste compelling. And finally, we have our final contestant, Life of Phi Dan's Mei Shin.
I thought long and hard about what classic confection meant to me, and I came up with this. It's a special pudding made so that it doesn't stick to the plate, your chopsticks, or even your teeth. I call it Snowfall Sambujan. I developed it while I was still working at Calvard Hotel. I've never seen this version before. I wonder how it tastes. I'm excited to see the reaction.
The judges sampled some of the pudding, attempting to identify the new flavors. This egg seems creamier than usual. It really melts in your mouth, too. This is way different from the sambujan I've had.
I've never seen this before, but it tastes great. I think the white egg yolk really earns the spotlight here.
You can tell the chef really excels at Eastern technique. She must be a true master of her skill. It's a work of art.
This is really a one-of-a-kind taste. I'm so glad I was able to try such a delicacy.
The mixture of ingredients has created a rather unique taste. Perhaps the field of cooking does have depth after all. Well, those were all the sweets we prepared for today. Judges, if you would please write down the dish you feel was the best out of all three.
They all look so delicious. Yeah, and Van had such a way of describing them. I almost started drooling just from listening to him. You're right, he seemed really passionate about them all.
He'd probably make a killing as a gourmet reporter.
I'm so excited. What do you think Van's gonna choose?
They were all pretty freaking good. It would be hard to pick just one. Since this is a contest and all, I'll have to make a choice. Andalusia Pistachio Spring Soiree, Victor's Homemade Tarte Tatin, and Mission Snowfall Sambuzen. Which one should I vote for? We can pick? If we don't pick the homemade tart tatine, I feel like we're gonna get our rent raised. But honestly, of all the flavors, I think this one sounded the best to me. Me personally, as like an apple head. Because this sounds like it could be like a custard, which is good. I'm gonna go with the tart tatine though. We love a homemade feel.
Alright, I made my choice.
Welcome back, Van. What are you doing over here? Aren't you still one of the judges?
Yeah, but I already turned in my vote. Should be fine to watch the announcement from here.
Thank you all for your patience, everyone. It's now time for the final result to be revealed. After a fierce battle, the crown goes to Montmartre's homemade tart tatine.
Oh hey, that's the one I voted for.
I guess you really do have great tastes.
Your confection made me feel like I was in some heartwarming family drama.
Yes, your tart was very delicious. You could tell just how much love went into making it.
Well, I'm quite pleased to hear that. By all means, feel free to stop by our bistro whenever you like. Congratulations. I suppose I'll have to work even harder to match up to you.
I'm actually feeling a little inspired by all this. I'll be sure to improve my technique once I return to Longport.
And as for our grand prize, the winner will receive 1 year's supply of the highest quality fruits and eggs sourced all the way from Oregon. Big. To thank them for their hard work, the other 2 contestants received rewards as well. And with that, the Arama Sweets contest came to a close after finding roaring success. Emma, Van, and the others took a moment to talk with you, man, Victor. They all eventually split up to enjoy the rest of the festival.
That was a real great contest.
Yes, everyone seemed to be having a lot of fun.
Well, we certainly couldn't have done it without your help.
I have to say, I'm quite impressed that you managed to bring together so many talented chefs on such short notice. I'd like to thank you again for all the hard work you've done. I'll make sure to deposit the payments as promised. Sounds good to me.
Well, I think I've had my fill of the school festival for now.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but the festival's just getting started. We've still got plenty of other places to explore around here. Why don't we take a look?
Alright, after you.
That takes care of that.
Mira deposit confirmed.
That was nice. Complete all quests. We are truly at the end.
Huh? What's with all the commotion?
It seems to be coming from the front gate. I wonder if something happened. Let's go take a look, Van.
Yeah, I guess we should. But something tells me this is gonna be a real pain.
The president?
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry to surprise you like this. I was just making a quick stop to partake in the festivities. I was curious to see what my alma mater had in store this year. The students have chosen a different approach this time around. Well, don't mind me. I hope you all are enjoying yourselves.
Holy crap, it's really him! President Grandmart sure knows how to work up a crowd.
I didn't realize he was an Ramus alumni. Who knew my new school was so prestigious? I knew that the president was an alumnus, but I didn't really expect to see him here. I feel bad for Agnes. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess she didn't know he was coming.
Yeah, doubtful. I bet Ren and Renee knew, but they probably kept it under the lid. Well, at least now we don't have to worry about festival crashers. Security's bound to have gone airtight to damn near impenetrable.
Most likely. Now that I think about it, Zin was awfully confident in the security detail. Perhaps Kilika kept him in the loop. You ever wonder how we ended up becoming acquainted with all these devious characters?
All the time. I'm kind of curious about what the president's up to. We're starting to run out of time. We need to be meeting up with the rest of the crew pretty soon here.
Some characters that move elsewhere and the conversation topic changed. Choosing meeting up with everyone from the travel menu will end free time and cause the main story to advance.
Wow, the housekeeping is real!
Okay. You know what? This housekeeping is good, though. Usually when we get to this level of housekeeping, it's like, this will warm me up for the next stream. Right? We do like a little bit of talking, kind of get in the groove of
festival.
things. Welcome back, welcome back. Right as you get back, I talk of leaving. Because yeah, we just finished all the Force Brigands and got ourselves to the next stage of the school after the president showed up. So we have a little bit to check on next time we come around. I do want to stop here. And then once we come back next week, gosh. Okay, Jeremy, this is a question for you. Which is great now that you're here. Do you think that I'll finish the game in one stream or two? Judging by how we've been running down the dungeons. Because I'm 110% sure we're gonna get hit with like a final dungeon after like the shoe drops somehow. Like when it comes to like scheduling for next week, I don't know if I need to schedule 1 day for trails or 2. If I do schedule 1 day for trails, I'll probably really send it though. Like, we'll do like another like longer-ish stream where it might be like 4 or 5, 6 hours. Yeah, no need to spoil, I guess. Yeah, if you rush the dungeon, 1 stream if you can. Yeah, it wouldn't be a trails game if there weren't like one really crazy-ass dungeon right at the end. If you tell me like the game ends on like pure vibes. Yeah, but the housekeeping on the other hand, I don't know with your timing. You know what? Fair. We did like I felt like we did most of the housekeeping last stream. And then here we are finishing up only 1 stage of it after 4 hours. If they hit us with as many people to talk to as today, maybe it might be 2, but who knows. That being said though, GG's. Maybe what I'll do when I make the schedule next week is I'll leave like a tentative, like if we finish the game, we will play this. If we don't finish, we will do this. Yeah, 5 to 6 hours, assume. Yeah, GG's,
Well.
thank you for everyone who stopped by. Always appreciate the company. Tomorrow, we will be gone. I have to prepare for the karaoke stream on Sunday. On top of real life stuff with the birthday coming around. That being said, GG's. Peace. Time for me to get in the kitchen. Oh, right on time. Eli is streaming Persona 5, The Phantom X. Hop on.